Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
Yeah, you remind me of butterfly dolls. Waist tight with a body like gold. Hit you with the Dougie Fresh pose.
She a freak, she a dancer. She gon' pop it on camera. Throw it back if you nasty.
Oh! Go ahead, break it down real low. Go ahead, break it down real low.
Google Pixel 8.
Red light, green light, go.
Christmas, we've got it covered.
I've been looking for this all my life.
The latest blockbusters.
Hercule Poirot, I've found something. They protected me.
And festive favourites. From $4.99 a month.
Whoa, that was epic.
It's not what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Disney Plus. Nobody does Christmas better.
When you're a kid and people ask you, what do you want to be? They usually mean when you grow up. But I didn't know what I wanted to be from the start. In the end, finding out where I belonged helped me discover where I came from. I was born in West London, but I was made in the Royal Navy.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery. Welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, fast becoming the home of big-time boxing, and it doesn't get much bigger than December 23rd, Day of Reckoning. We're here for the media workout. We hope to see the fighters throw some hands, hit the pads, maybe skip a bit of rope as well. But today we're going to see all the fighters in front of the world's media show us exactly what we can expect come Saturday. Look at this. I mean, look at this for a media workout. This is ridiculous. You might as well just have the whole show here. It's incredible. Adi Oladipo, Darren Barker. You know it's big, by the way, when the DAZN rug is out with us. I mean, when this makes an appearance, that's when you know it's big. Darren, be honest. Look, you're a former fighter, former IBF middleweight champion. How much do the fighters enjoy this, or how much is it a case of we just got to tick a box?
This is
tick a box.
Yeah, this is box ticking for sure, 100%. It's a bit of a nightmare, but they understand it. That's why they're getting paid the big bucks. I must say, this is incredible.
Yeah.
The arena here is spectacular. I've never seen ceilings as high as this.
This is about as high as my flat. This is about as high as my flat in Stratford.
This is special.
No,
what
really
a card we have in store.
No, it is special. I was lucky enough to be here for Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, so I almost got a preview of what was to be expected here tonight, but you almost feel like they might have topped themselves again. And you're right, it is a special card. We are going to see the fighters make their way in the ring. As I said, some of them throw pads, some of them do nothing, but hopefully they entertain us. All the fighters will come and join us as well. We're going to hear from every single one, including AJ. Hopefully we get more than a couple of words you got yesterday. Fingers crossed we get more than that as well. But no, look, it is sensational. It really is. I can actually see Mark Demori just over my shoulder here. He's getting ready. He's going to be the first fighter in the ring. Interesting, isn't it? Mark Demori here.
Yeah.
We're going to speak to Mark Demori as well. I mean, British fight fans will remember him for his fight against David A. Has fought since then. He hasn't disappeared off the face of the earth. But look, anyway, enough from me, enough from Darren. Let's get this show on the road. Let's cross over to your MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the media workout as we get ready for Day of Reckoning, a great night of World Championship Boxing to be held this Saturday, December 23rd, live from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to extend a big thank you to His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al-Sheikh. This great event is being presented by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions for Riyadh Season and National Events Center in association with the General Entertainment Authority, Gold Star Promotions, and Sella. It will be televised live globally on DAZN pay-per-view in the UK and Ireland on TNT Sports Box Office, and in the United States on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Well, our first fighter to the ring, competing this Saturday in a scheduled 10-round international heavyweight contest. He comes to us from Perth, Western Australia. He brings a professional record consisting of 41 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 36 of his 41 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Mark the Viking Demuri.
Mark Demuri, now in his 40s, a lot of UK fight fans will remember him from that fight against David Haye. Has been fighting since then, but on a circuit way below world level, but has been winning.
Way below, yeah, 11 on the spin, but yeah, lesser opposition to what he's in with Saturday night. This is a first. I've never seen sparring at a media workout. Just help get your time in and your distance, I guess, but he's up against it, and I think there's no illusion here. He can't stand at range.
Yeah.
He's got to get close, but even that's dangerous. He's well up against it. Yeah. I mean, I can't believe he's the same age as me.
No, it's great as well. Having sort of reminded myself of that fight against David Haye, he was a lot physically bigger.
Yeah.
Remember, he was a lot bigger. You look at him now in the land of the giants, and all of a sudden, he just looks like a cruiserweight in there, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, it doesn't look too big.
And look, he's got to be nimble, he's got to be fast to get inside, but when he's inside, he's got to work away. He's got to look for his right hand. Decent power,
yeah.
But again, at
what
level.
At what level? What an opportunity for him, though. I mean, look, we can all bemoan the fact that maybe some would say he doesn't deserve to be here, but if you don't, take your shot. Take your shot. There's others on this card as well. Junior Files, another one. You just never know. We haven't seen, let's be honest, we've not seen the best Hrgovic for the last couple of years.
No, we haven't.
So you never know. I mean, it will take one mammoth upset, but we've seen them in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, look, I will say with Hrgovic, I think we're yet to see the best of him. Struggled with the southpaw stance, whether it was Zhang or Dempsey McKean. Yeah. Just struggled a little bit with the right lead hand of the southpaw. Obviously, Demuri, an orthodox. He can punch with his right hand, but look, one thing's for sure. All of the opponents, if you want to call him that, are going to give it absolutely everything.
Agreed.
Whether it's Demuri or it's Far, they're going to leave it all in the ring, because a defeat, if you've given it everything and you make a good account of yourself, isn't the end of the world.
No. You stay in that level, and you know the heavyweight division now from 1 to 50 is stacked with names. You can get out there again on another big card.
Yeah.
If I'm these guys, I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of the Fury Usyk card, and I'm thinking, I want to be on it.
Yeah.
This is almost me showing you that I want to be on that card in February. So perform on Saturday, you might get the call.
Yeah, you just look, you want to show commitment, desire, and a will to win.
Yeah.
If you show that and you leave it all in the ring, you know, the door will come knocking again. It's not the end of the road, but you have to say Demuri is well up against it, 41 now. His only chance here, like I say, to get on the chest, he has to look good. If he wants another opportunity after this, he's got to look good. He's got to leave it all in the ring.
And some might say as well, his only chances if Hrgovic comes into the ring, maybe thinking this one's already a done deal. right?
Yeah.
With these open workouts, obviously we're seeing a bit of a spar here, more of a bit of a pad session now. He's got his hands up. No, a bit of a spar. What do they do? Do they just think, okay, a routine for 10 minutes, or is this just making up as we go along?
Yeah, look, I think so, because you're not going to give a game plan away.
Yeah.
You'll see some fighters, a lot of kidology, standing in the pocket, landing big heavy shots on the pads, giving the impression that they're going to stand and trade. This one, I think, is just, getting your eye in, your timing, your distance, but they're just playing around, showing the media that they're willing to take part, and they're looking forward to the occasion. Speaking to Damori yesterday, buzzing. He understands the task in front of him, but nonetheless, he's looking forward to it. Yeah, let's test yourself. Let's see how good I am.
Yeah, let's see exactly what I can do. And as we both said, Hrgovic hasn't looked good in his last couple of fights. It hasn't looked like the Hrgovic that we know of old in his last couple of fights. If Chisora was here, Chisora would be getting people in the ring right now.
Yeah, there would be no punches, bro. There'd be game, fun and game.
Putting a chair in the ring, maybe offering someone money for the amount of press-ups they can do. He'll probably be here as well, by the way, fight week.
100%.
I'm shocked he's not here already.
100.
Just on standby if anyone pulls out.
I thought that's you. I thought you was on standby.
No,
I've seen you shaping up, nimbering up.
I've hurt my leg. But this is incredible, isn't it? I mean, we've been lucky enough to be at some venues for media workouts. This is as good as it gets. This makes you wonder what it's going to look like on Saturday.
Yeah, it's as grand as could be. I mean, like I say, you can't see the rest of the arena. It's the first time I've seen it, but it is spectacular. Like I say, the height of the ceilings, it's so vast. It's grand, like I say. It does have that big fight, big show feel to it. It's massive.
What do the fighters do after this? Is it a case of go back to the hotel, rest up, get massages? Do some of them go to the gym and do more work? What do they do?
I would have thought R&R. Look, you don't want to rest and relaxation. You don't want to be training now. All the hard work's done. This is now about recouping, re-energizing and saving it all for fight night. You almost want to be eager to get in there, and you only get that eagerness by pulling on the reins a little bit.
Okay, if me and my mate DAZN here haven't teased you as to what you can expect on Saturday, which I've already labelled as one of the best fight cards we've seen in years, this might do it for you.
Live on DAZN pay-per-view, December 23rd. Day of reckoning. The sun is rising as the biggest names in boxing, Joshua versus Wilder. He does a right hand! And Wilder versus Parker, headline a history-making boxing card. Down he goes! Witness the furnace of fight night. Reckoning is in the ring. Live on DAZN pay-per-view, December 23rd. Buy now at DAZN.com.
There you go. Another little teaser. Come on. You know you want to buy it. I would buy this if I was at home. I'm not missing a second of this.
Oh, look, we're fans first and foremost.
Exactly.
What's a show? What dreams are made of? Incredible. This is my Christmas present.
This is sensational. It really is. Did you see the trailer?
Oh,
what do you make of it? The kind of apocalypse zombie type
I was
thing.
watching it at home with my wife, thinking, "Wow, this is quality."
The traders have gone to a different level, haven't they? After the Fury and Ngannou one, they've almost become sort of small movies.
Yeah, it's like a film trailer.
And that's how they should be. I always felt like boxing was lagging behind with just showing fighters run and hit pads. I'm like, I've seen it already. Show me something else.
And what I do like, though, is the difference between, a smaller show, a medium show, and a big show.
Yes.
The big shows are delivering. It's a show now.
Big. Yeah, go big, indeed. Mark Damori there, just taking photos, posing for pictures. Mark Damori is going to make his way to us. We're going to have a word with him as well.
Let's hear it for Mark the Viking Damori.
And he actually does look like a Viking, doesn't he? It's got that Viking look. As Mark Damori makes his way to us, we are going to continue getting the fighters in the ring. So look, without further ado, let's go straight back to Thomas Schreiber, who's going to get El Animal in the ring, Mr. Filip Hrgovic.
And now we welcome, coming to us from Croatia, he brings an undefeated record with 16 wins, 13 of his 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Filip Animal Hrgovic.
So as Filip Hrgovic makes his way into the ring, by the way, looking in incredible shape, looks leaner than I've ever seen him before, by the way. He knows it as well. You don't wear that kind of muscle top if you know you're not late. He knows what he's doing. Mark Rory's going to make his way to us here any second from now to hear from him as he prepares for the biggest fight of his life. I mean, David Haye would say this kind of card makes him even bigger. How are you, Mark? You know, it's funny, yeah? As you were in the ring, I was like, well, you know, Mark looks quite small, looks like a cruiserweight. Now, as I'm right next to you, he's a heavyweight.
Yeah, he
is a heavyweight. Yeah. Mark, how are you?
I'm good, I'm relaxed.
Yeah?
Just on the preparation.
It certainly is. The pressure is all on him. I agree with that. Yeah. What do you make of this, being involved in this? Obviously, you had that opportunity against David Haye. Since then, you've almost been fighting at, you know, the lower level circuit. Now you're back to big time boxing. What about the opportunity?
Yeah, the problem with the Haye fight, losing, it's no good, but I performed badly, so it took a while to get back here. But when they gave me the opportunity, I said yes. My manager said, do you want to know who you're fighting? I said yes, but the main thing is I'm here.
What I love, what I've seen about you and what I've been hearing about you is that ambition, that desire. 41, we touched on this yesterday, but you're still as hungry as ever.
Yeah, well, I don't, at 41, I know you might feel different, but I feel good. The difference now is I finally, after 25 years of boxing, found a way to enjoy it. I'm not going to pretend I like getting punched in the face by a big guy like Hrgovic, but the competition, the discipline. Without that discipline, me, like a lot of guys, life doesn't go the way it should.
So sorry, tactically, look, we can see him here, look, I would say Hrgovic on the front foot, very dangerous, but on the back foot, not the same fighter. Is the plan to get close, get on the chest, and try and, I guess, in some ways it's going to be very difficult, but to bully Filip Hrgovic?
It's not hard to bully a guy. I'm incredibly physically strong. It's hard to bully a guy for 10 rounds. For those first few, I can start fourth here. He's the guy that's looking for the 10 rounds. He can be on the front foot, the back foot. If I get too close, he'll just tie me up. It's in between his punches where I can do something.
Mark, what's it like being on a card with so many other heavyweights? So many other potential fights out there for you. We don't normally get heavyweight cards from top to bottom. Obviously, there are a couple of fighters on the card that are not heavyweights, but this is a predominantly heavyweight card. Are you almost looking at potential other fights?
Well, I see a lot of these guys, I'm fans of them and I follow their career, but of course, we're always looking at matchups. But what I like, it's all the heavyweights. I always said weight divisions are the Special Olympics of boxing. Yeah. Not many lightweights liked it when I said that. But I think heavyweight is king of the jungle.
Yeah. What do you do now for the rest of the night, Mark? Is it go back to the hotel, relax, chill? Do you go to the gym and do a bit more? What do you do now?
Going to go to the Mike Tyson gym and do a real workout.
I knew it. See, I knew there was something going on.
I was saying it was R&R, relaxing.
I knew there was more in him. I could tell he was just teasing us there. Yeah. Mark, going to let you go. Well done. Thanks for speaking to us. Good luck on Saturday, Mark. Well done. Thank you.
All the best, Mark.
Yeah, most definitely a heavyweight. When I held his hand, I was like, that's a heavyweight hand.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be punching with his right hand.
No.
Anytime soon.
I mean, look, he knows the opportunity. He knows the task in front of him as well, and we see that task in the ring now. I spoke to David Haye about Hrgovic, and I said, you know when David Haye had him in sparring in preparation for Tyson Fury? And I said, did you expect that guy to be a world champion by now? And he said, absolutely yes.
Wow.
So in a way, he's almost, I don't want to say not delivered, but maybe our expectations were too high. I don't know.
Well, no, because everything is there.
Yeah.
He's got that knockout power. He's got the good boxing pedigree, brilliant foundation, worked behind a lovely jab. But we have seen vulnerabilities. Yes, against southpaws, he hasn't looked comfortable. On the back foot, he doesn't look comfortable.
Sorry to cut across you though, but considering what we saw with Zhang Joyce, is that Zhang performance now not so bad?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. Look, I think many thought he lost that night, but it doesn't look a bad victory, be it very close now. But you see, and again, for a big guy, that the hand speed there is decent. Everything is there to go and scale the top of this division. We just got to see the best of him.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to see a good performance from him on Saturday because, look, let's not forget as well, he's IBF ranked #1.
Yeah.
So, you know, he wants that Usyk or Fury fight, he wants the AJ fights, he wants the big ones. And I think we're going to see him in a big fight early 2024.
Oh, 100%. And I don't think he'll settle for less. And I think you're talking about his position there with the IBF, I think that makes the opponent, it makes sense. Because you don't want to be taking too many regs. Look, we know Mark Demore is going to give it absolutely everything, but he is 41. He has been fighting at a lesser level than this. So you would look at this and think Hrgović, rightly so, is a massive favourite.
That means, by saying that can't go to points, can it?
No.
He has to get rid of him. He has to get rid of him.
And on the flip side, Demore cannot outpoint Filip Hrgović.
Yeah.
He has to try and knock him out.
There you go, so that's his workout done. What's he saying? I wish he was mic'd up. I don't know what he's saying. But he does look in incredible shape. And he's making his way to us now as well. I feel bad. I've said a couple of bad things about him. Hopefully, he doesn't remember as he makes his way, all 6'5" of him.
Who do you think is the more scary at, Hrgović or Makhmudov?
Oh, Makhmudov.
Yeah.
Makhmudov. Like, it's funny because Hrgović was Ivan Drago, and then Makhmudov came along. And he clearly is the real Ivan Drago. Yeah. Again, it shows you how many good heavyweights are on this card. Makhmudov unbeaten, Hrgović unbeaten, Kabayel unbeaten as well. Okay, I've been told he's saying, let's go, baby.
Right, okay.
Not very intimidating, that, is it?
Nah,
let's go, baby.
No.
Yeah.
Drop the baby out.
Drop the baby, just let's go. Yeah.
And the
he's
dancing.
He's dancing, yeah. He's looking less
This
intimidating by the second. I've never seen him do this.
But you mentioned some names there, and Hrgović including. It is not quite new. He's been around for a little bit now, but that new crop coming through, because this heavyweight division is going to need new stars.
It is.
After the likes of
let's not forget,
Fury,
AJ Fury, Usyk, Wilder, all in their 30s, some late 30s. We need some new guys coming through. Anyway, look, Hrgović is going to make his way to us. Thomas Tribe standing in the middle of the ring, ready to get the next fighter in. Hrgović is making his way, and I can see him making his way to us, and he's got his gloves on still. So I'm going to take back everything I said about let's go, baby, all that kind of stuff.
Good luck.
Didn't happen as he makes his way to us. El Animal, remember, unbeaten Filip Hrgović as well. I still think we are going to see the best Filip Hrgović in 2024. Let's not forget the family issues he had as well outside the ring, and hopefully now fully focused on the sport of boxing. Here he comes.
How you doing?
Jeez, you're looking in good shape, brother. You're looking in good shape. Oh, what's going on? How are you, Filip? How are you?
Everything good, feeling very good. Everything perfect. You saw.
I can see, I can actually see. What's it like to be on such an incredible fight card? So many heavyweights on this fight card. You're one of the big names on here as well. A lot of pressure on you as well, Filip.
Yeah, it's amazing to be part of this. It's, I think, maybe the greatest event in the history. So much big names. I'm proud to be part of this. I'm glad that they believe in me and they put me on this card. So, yeah, it's big pressure on me. My opponent has nothing to lose. His ranking is worse, much worse than mine. And I'm waiting for my title shot, so I need to be careful. I think he'll try to surprise me, but I'm ready.
I never thought I would see Filip Hrgović dance in the ring. I never thought I'd see you dance in the ring. You were dancing.
Come on, man! I'm the best dancer in the division.
Oh, that's a statement. Going back to Mark Demore. Look, he's 41, he's experienced. What dangers does he bring to fight night?
I mean, let's be honest. He's not a high-profile opponent. He's not top heavyweight now in the world. He's 41, but this is heavyweight boxing. You know, he has a lot of fights. He has experience, and he has nothing to lose. And it's heavyweight boxing. One punch can change the fight. So he's a short guy, you know, he's explosive. He's a big puncher. So I think he'll swing. He'll start to swing since the first bell.
He certainly will. Filip, go. I know you're going to do some more training. All your sweat's hitting me, Filip. You can leave. You can go, Filip. Thank you very much, Filip Hrgović. looking in incredible shape there. Thomas Triber is in a ring. I can see him standing in there, as he was a couple of minutes ago. But this time, he is going to get a fighter in.
Our next fighter to the ring, competing this Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBC Continental Americas and NABO Heavyweight Championships. It is brought to you in association with DeBella Entertainment and Warriors Boxing. Let's first welcome the challenger from New Zealand. His professional record, 20 wins, 2 defeats, 11 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here is Junior Fa.
Here we go, another fighter with a massive opportunity, Junior Fa. I think he's got the toughest of tests of every heavyweight, and I mean this in Frank Sanchez, who's almost become a bit of a boogeyman of the heavyweight division. No one wants to fight Frank, or at least that's what it seems anyway from the outside looking in. Junior Fa gets called.
Yeah, look, this is a tough task. Yeah. It really is. Frank Sanchez, though, I will say, as good as he's looked and as fluent as he
what
looked,
are you going to say? What are you going to say?
He was hurt in the first round in his last fight against Scott Alexander. I know it's heavyweight boxing, but there was a little wobble.
No, the legs did give way a little bit.
He had his skates on for a split second, but look, sometimes that can be a plus. He's had his chin checked, didn't go down, and he come through it. Fa has had his chin checked against Lucas Brown, and it ended very badly for him. My worry for Fa is his lead hand. He can be a little lazy with the positioning, just to get a little technical. You cannot afford to do that against someone like Sanchez, who looks for a lazy jab. He looks to counter any mistakes, any laziness. He will make you pay.
Yeah, he certainly will. Junior Fa just going through his own little routine as well in the ring. No one's doing the old school skip and rope. Everyone's got their gloves on already. They're walking to the ring, gloves laced up.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
They are ready to, make their claim to climb up these rankings. What an opportunity it really is. And you can see the smile on his face. He knows he's a massive underdog here, but that puts pressure on Sanchez. That eliminates pressure from himself. He'll have, he'll be putting pressure on himself to perform. But as far as everyone else is concerned, this is the Frank Sanchez show.
Yeah, I almost feel like for the guys that are the big underdogs, it's almost, if you perform well, you stay on.
Exactly that.
Perform well, you stay on, you get the call again. You may be ink a deal with a broadcaster or promoter, just perform.
If you perform and you look half decent, it's a no-lose situation. You'll get the door will knock again. If you're willing to, like I said before, if you're willing to show that desire, will to win, courage, heart on the night, I'm telling you, they'll get opportunities. So that's why they're looking relaxed. They understand this is a great opportunity, but go out there and express yourself. Show everyone how good you are and how hard you train.
Of all the underdog fights on this incredible fight card, which underdog do you give the best opportunity to? I asked the tough questions, Daz.
Look, I'm probably going to have to pick one of the heavyweights.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, Lyndon Arthur, very good fighter. So is Zorro. They're very, very good. But look at who they're fighting. Bivol and Opataya. I mean, does it get much harder than that?
No, it doesn't.
I mean,
answer your question,
I can't really look higher up the card because they're not upset. So you look, could Fa shock the world and land a big shot? I don't think he has that huge KO power at heavyweight. So it's a brilliant question.
Who's favourite between Makhmudov and Kabayel to you?
Okay, yeah.
That's a tough one. That's a...
look, Makhmudov would be, I think, with the way he's been dispatching.
Then I give Kabayel the best opportunity.
Yeah, I would as well. European champion. Yeah. He's fast, he's nimble, and that's how you got to be. So, yeah.
And by the way, he's a lot bigger than I thought, Kabayel.
Yeah, solid.
A lot bigger than I thought. It's the problems of being 5'11". All right, 5'10", because you just gave me that look, 5'10". Junior Fa still going through his little routine in the ring. ...2023, I think it's fair to say, has been an incredible year in the world of boxing. Obviously, it ends on Saturday, December 23rd, Day of Reckoning. 2024, strap in, because it's going to be an incredible year on DAZN.
You only have two options. Either run with us or run from us.
So many great matchups on this night.
Oh, it's gone in.
Let battle commence.
My goodness, what a knockout.
I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Jake Paul can have a very bright future in the PFL.
What a strike.
This is the zone, and there's plenty more miles to go before we sleep.
Ah, you thought it was just boxing, didn't you? No, of course it isn't. We've got football for you, we've got MMA for you, NFL as well, loads to come your way on DAZN. Naz, my technical advisor, has been looking at Junior Farr and he's been sensing what could be some problems for him on Saturday.
Yeah, look, I can't believe I didn't notice it straight away, but he's been doing the majority of this pad work from the orthodox stance.
Yeah.
I was talking about the loose lead hand position sometimes. Obviously, that's his left hand, and right hand of Sanchez is his favoured shot. So I don't know if this is just my games. I can't imagine.
Of course it is.
I can't imagine that by any stretch of the imagination is he going to start the fight Saturday.
Do you remember when Francis Ngannou did his media workout and people were making memes out of it, saying, "Look at this rubbish. He doesn't know what he's doing." All of a sudden, come fight night, he certainly knew what he was doing. So, yeah, no one's going to give anything away. Again, they have to be here. It ticks a box, right? They need to sell the fight, but they're just here to get a sweat, and that's it.
Exactly that.
It's Junior Farr's workout done. Again, like all the other fighters before him, he will join us here. We'll ask him a few questions as Frank Sanchez will enter the ring next and show us what he can do. I have a feeling that Frank Sanchez is going to smash the pads. I don't think that he plays, but he's ready already. Look at him. And if I'm right, I think I can see Frank Sanchez in front of us. He hasn't got his gloves on, so he might do something a bit different.
Yeah,
might
bit of shadow.
A bit of shadow boxing.
Yeah.
This is incredible, isn't it?
Ah,
it really is incredible.
As a fan, this is
incredible.
This is fantastic.
Right, anyway, as we're waiting for Junior Farr to make his way, let's go back to Thomas Treiber, who's going to introduce Frank Sanchez into the ring.
And now let's welcome a native of Cuba, now making his home in Miami, Florida, USA. He brings an undefeated record with 23 wins, 16 of his 23 wins coming by way of knockout. This Saturday night, the reigning and defending WBC, Continental Americas, and NABO heavyweight champion, Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez.
I didn't know that was his nickname, Cuban Flash. Did you know?
No, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Might be new.
Yeah, maybe just got it for this event.
For Saudi, yeah.
So don't blame him, don't blame him. You have to have a nickname. What's the best nickname in boxing history?
Iron Mike Tyson.
It's the greatest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would
biased, he's my favourite.
Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
Smoking.
And the original Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah. Okay, well, wait. Dark Destroyer in 19.
Yeah.
I did like, this is so random, apologies guys, this is so random. I did like Vitaly and Vladimir's.
Yeah.
Dr. Steelhammer, Dr. Iron Fist.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Fantastic ones.
Well suited.
Well suited indeed. Junior Farr is just in front of us. He's going to come and join us in any second. He's actually coming now. He's just getting his wraps off. Here he comes. How you doing, Junior? How's things?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, excited?
Yeah.
Excited to be here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful city, beautiful country. It's been great since I've been here too. Can't wait to fight though.
We were just saying, the man behind you, all the pressure's on him. Frank Sanchez, obviously, look, you have your own pressure because I know you want to win, but all the pressure's on him. He's the big favorite. Does that make it easier for you, or do you still crank up the pressure because of your own expectations?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. In terms of people watching, pressure's on him, but I put pressure on myself because I expect high things of myself, and I expect perfection on the night because it's going to take that to beat this guy. So, yeah.
I've seen a smile, a confidence about you. Is it because now that you've suffered the good, the bad, the ugly, you know, you've experienced it all really in your pro career, is that because you've got a wealth of experience now?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I've been in the limelight before. I've learned how to, I basically learned how to act in this type of pressure situation, and I feel comfortable with this now. And so, like, you know, having that vast experience, having the wins that I have, having the losses that I have, it's all built up to this, and like, you know, I have zero pressure on me, but I do expect high things for myself on the night.
We know the strengths of Frank Sanchez. Are there any weaknesses?
Yeah, there is. Because my...
Don't tell us, don't let him know. Frank Sanchez listens to this, don't let him know.
Frank Sanchez has been hit before, so there is a weakness there.
No. Tell us about when you got that phone call to be on this card. The excitement, was it an immediate yes, regardless of the opponent?
Immediate yes, because I've been out of the ring for basically over a year. I have missed it, and man, I just can't wait. As soon as we got the call, I said yes, and it doesn't matter who, but I'm basically just gonna train up hard for this fight and just leave it all out of the ring.
We're trying to find out what you fighters do now. What do you do now? Do you go back to the gym? Do you go back to the hotel? What's the plan for the rest of the evening?
Oh man, I'm just gonna chill, bro. I am very hungry, so I'm gonna go back. I know that the team wants to get KFC, but I'm not gonna get KFC, but they definitely want to. Shout out to KFC, sponsor us.
Send me some food, KFC. Sponsor me as well.
KFC.
Junior, well done, my man. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers, Junior. I'll take that. Cheers. Hey, what a great guy.
Yeah, good.
And I was very serious about the KFC, by the way. Please send it to me. Hey, another unit.
Yeah.
These guys are so big. I know, obviously, they're heavyweights, but when you're that close to them, you just realize how big they are.
Yeah, massive. And
another big guy in the ring.
Another big guy, and what a fighter this man is. Frank Sanchez. I mean, he's got it all. He's nimble. He's fast with his hands, with his feet. Good reactions. Like I say, if you make a mistake, he will make you pay. That is a fact.
How far away is he from that top 4, top 5? So let's just say AJ, Wilder, Fury, Usyk. Zhang, I think Zhang needs to be brought into that as well. How far is he away from those guys?
Technically now, he's there.
He's there.
He's there. But what, you know, 2-3 fights away, I think, from some sort of, you know, real mandatory challenge. Some sort of highly ranking fight. I think it's probably 3 fights away. But, I mean, what a fighter.
Some will say that he's almost gone a bit backwards since the FA Jagba fight. Fair statement? Like, everyone thought that might propel him on to something a bit bigger.
Look, I'm only going to say this, okay, just to play devil's advocate, because we're talking so highly. But sometimes when you see these Cubans relocate to America, they do get a little lazy. They're sort of accustomed to a new lifestyle. And they do, unfortunately, we've seen with some in the past, take their foot off the gas. Could that be the case with Frank Sanchez? I don't think so.
Are you going to ask him when he gets it?
No, I'm not.
Okay. No, but I know exactly what you mean, though. Yeah. Because these guys, obviously, look, as amateurs, incredible. And we almost expect them to turn over and be as good as pros. And some of them maybe haven't lived up to that expectation.
And look, aside from the potential lifestyle changes, it's a longer format. They're used to competing 3-3s. It used to be 4-2s, and that's why they reign supreme over a short period of time. In this format, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, that, you know, it's different. It's alien to the Cubans.
By the way, I could watch him do this for hours.
Yeah, this is poetry in motion.
Fantastic.
Poetry in motion.
Like the movement, everything. Just clean, isn't it? Just clean work.
Yeah, it is a joy to watch this.
Really
and some people
really
will laugh and say, what are you talking about? But it's the way he's so fluid. He's so relaxed. And this is how we fight.
And by the way,
more explosive, but still with such calm and relaxation.
And I love how you say fluid there, because let's not forget, people, everyone watching at home, this is the guy that's 17.5 stone. You know what I mean? He fluid and relaxed normally is the lighter guys. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he's moving like a light guy in there.
Yeah, and switching himself. just enjoying himself in there, getting a feel for the ring, for the arena, and look, these guys just want that first bell.
By the way, where's his trainer? I was at a look, and is he turned up to this by himself?
Maybe he's in KFC.
Yeah. Normally you got the trainer on the apron. You know, okay, let's put the gloves on. Let's do something.
But I like it. It's the Frank Sanchez show.
It is.
Defending champion this Saturday night, Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez.
You spoke to Frank yesterday at the Grand Arrivals. How's his English?
No.
How's your Spanish?
Not very good.
No.
He had a translator, but very, very interesting what he has to say. An extremely confident individual.
All right, I think we're going to get this show on the road. Thomas Schreiber is making his way to the center of the ring again. So let's go back straight away to Thomas Schreiber. As Frank Sanchez makes his way, Thomas Schreiber is going to get the next fighter in the ring.
Our next fighter to the ring, competing this Saturday night in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBA Intercontinental and NABF Heavyweight Championships. It is brought to you in association with Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, Eye of the Tiger Promotions, SES, and Blanco Sports. Let's first welcome the challenger. He brings an undefeated record with 22 wins, 15 of his 22 wins coming by way of knockout from Germany. Here is Ajit Kabayel.
As Ajit Kabayel makes his way into the ring. By the way, that fight against Mahmoud was one of my favorite fights on this card, and there's a lot of good fights on this card. Frank Sanchez, with translator, is going to join us. I think one of the best heavyweights on planet Earth. Frank, how are you?
Louis D. Cubas, nice to meet you guys. Louis D. Cubas, how are you? Good.
Frank, as you were doing your warm-up, I said that you are one of the most avoided heavyweights. And finally, we get to see you, because we feel like we don't see Frank Sanchez enough.
Dice que viéndote entrenar, dice que tú eres un heavyweight que nadie quiere pelear con él. Tú sabes que es difícil porque tú eres tan bueno, tú sabes.
No, pues la gente me esquivan, los primeros peleadores siempre tratan de esquivarme para no pelear conmigo, saben que tengo mucho talento y para ganarle a todo, pero en cualquier momento van a tener que enfrentarse a mí y ahí voy a demostrar lo que soy un campeón.
Right, okay, right here. I want to see what he said. Yeah. No, he's saying that, he knows a lot of people are avoiding him, but he's just going to keep going. Eventually, all the top guys are going to have to fight him. Okay, and he just keeps working hard to get to that shot.
Frank, it is Junior Farr on Saturday, but if you could pick any of the heavyweights to fight on this card, what heavyweight would it be?
Este sábado es Junior Farr. Si tú tuvieras que escoger algún heavyweight en esta cartelera para pelear, ¿con quién tú cogieras?
A mí me gustaría pues a pelearle a Deontay Wilder, a Joshua o cualquiera de esos también.
You like to fight Wilder or Joshua, any of those guys?
What can he tell me about his opponent, Junior Farr? He has a no-lose situation almost. How does he approach this fight?
Dice que tu oponente, Farr, no tiene nada que perder. ¿Qué es lo que tú crees de la pelea esta? Tú sabes, vino aquí, tú sabes, de hembra, tú sabes que no tiene nada que perder. ¿Qué tú crees de esta pelea?
No, creo que pues, no me confío con nada porque, ¿sabes cómo es boxeo? Pues no me confío con nada. Yo me preparé bien, me preparo como siempre, aunque a pesar de que sea cualquier peleador, vengo a ganar y ya como he dicho, una pelea más para mi victoria y nada, seguir con vista a peleas grandes.
He trains hard for any guy. He don't care who it is. He trains hard for any opponent. So whoever he is, he trains for every fight like it's the biggest fight of his career. And so he doesn't ever get confident with anybody, Anybody can come out and if you're not right,
Heavyweight boxing.
Heavyweight boxing, correct.
Frank, all your fights have been in America. What's it like to have a professional fight here in Saudi Arabia?
¿Cómo te gusta estar peleando aquí en Saudi Arabia?
No, es muy buena oportunidad y le agradezco mucho a todos los que han formado parte de esta cartelera y una oportunidad bien grande que se me ha dado de venir a pelear aquí. Espero dar bien espectáculo y salir a ganar y agradecido con todo.
He really appreciates for everybody who's involved in this promotion to give him this opportunity. It's a very big opportunity for him. He's coming out to shine, you know, to let the whole world know who he is, and that's what he's here for.
We certainly know who you are. Good luck on Saturday, Frank. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
All the best.
Thank you.
I can't lie, I was very, very scared because I nearly called him Junior. And then you started laughing. You didn't even back me up, Darren. You just started laughing. Eddie Hearn in the building.
He's clocked up some serious air miles. Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, he certainly has. He certainly has. I mean, obviously, he's just come back from the big Sonny Edwards versus Bam Rodriguez fight. By the way, Bam looked incredible in that fight. Hopefully, we get a chance to talk about that and the ramifications of that flyweight division. We got loads to talk about, Darren. We got loads to talk about. I have to grab a coffee tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Grab a coffee tonight. Agit Kabayel in the ring. Almost someone that's been calling for a name. Now, if you really think about it, he's not really had that name fight since Derek Chisora. And he was quite comfortable in that fight. He's been wanting a name. He gets one against Makhmudov, right?
It's a nightmare of a name.
It's a nightmare
of a name. It's a nightmare of a name.
Yeah.
But look, you're seeing straight away there, just to get a little technical.
Good mover.
He's a good mover, and you have to be nimble. Look, Makhmudov, he's a beast. He's so dangerous with the right hand, but this could be his nemesis.
Yeah.
This could be his kryptonite. Movement, a nice sharp jab. He's very typically German with the way he fights at times, Kabayel. High guard, very economical, doesn't waste much, and that's how you need to be when you fight someone like Makhmudov. You don't want to be greedy, you want to be disciplined, pick your moments, and he has the experience, the know-how to do that.
Yeah, and let's not forget as well, we are talking European champion, unbeaten. He'll walk into this thinking, 1 second, I should be fighting some of the top dogs here. You know, and this is these auditions to say, give me, he's been calling that AJ for years, give me AJ, give me Wilder, give me any of the big names out here.
Yeah, and look, I give him credit because it could have been quite easy for him to sit on his hands and wait.
Yeah. This Saturday night, Agit Kabayel.
Again, Kabayel will join us here. Can't wait to speak to him. Never spoken to Kabayel before. I know he likes to speak, so it'll be interesting to see what he has to say. His opponent's going to get in the ring next, Makhmudov. And again, for me, we laugh because this really is Ivan Drago.
Let me tell you now, it's the wrong nickname. He should be called the Lion. He should be called the Monster.
Yeah, the Monster. He really is. That's been taken. Inouye's got that.
Yeah.
Can't have that. He can't have that. Anyway, let's throw it downstairs again to Thomas Schreiber, who's going to get Arslan Makhmudov in the ring.
Let's now welcome to the ring a native of Russia, now making his home in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He brings an undefeated record with 18 wins. 17 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending NABF and WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Arslanbek, the Lion Makhmudov.
I mean, look at that. That is the most intimidating heavyweight on planet Earth right now.
Right. You know, I said I was surprised.
Look at that.
I was surprised that I see Filip Hrgovic dance. You will never see this man dance. That's one thing we will not see. But I'll tell you what we will see on Saturday night is pure fire and destruction.
Yeah, no, honestly, incredible fight. As is the man that's going to join us now, Agit Kabayel.
Hi, brother. How is it? Okay, when I make the tape? Okay, let's go.
Here he is, Agit Kabayel with us. Agit, you've been asking for a big fight for such a long time, a big fight on a big card. This is a massive card, and this is a big fight.
Yes. Yeah, this is a very, very massive card. I'm happy that I'm here. I feel good, I feel in shape. I'm ready for Saturday night.
Did you ask for Makhmudov? Did he ask for you? How did this fight come about?
Yes, Makhmudov. I will see him. Maybe he's good. He has a good power. We have a good game plan for him, and yeah, we will Saturday night. We'll shock him. I have a good game plan.
I'm guessing that the game plan is to be nimble, to move. You don't want to be standing in front of a guy like this, right?
Yes, you have a power. We will see. I have also power, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we will see, and. I don't know. We will feel. I will look in the fight. How is the feeling, you know? And when I feel good, we will see.
I guess for you watching him fight as well, Makhmudov, he gets hit with shots, right?
Yes, he had a great shot. He had a good power shot, and he loves when other guys stand with him and he make fight, you know.
Yeah, but he also gets caught with shots.
Yes, he's open. He's very open. Yeah, we'll see. I not make too much trash talk, you know, before the fight. I'm sportman. Yeah, the better one will Saturday
Wait,
night
just in case he gets angry.
Yeah. No. I like when they get angry. You know?
Okay, you're unbeaten European champion. Are you surprised that some people have him as the favorite?
Yeah, it's normal. I have a long time not fight. You know, maybe my last big name is Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
And this is the good. You know, I love when I underdog. You know, I love it.
What's it like to be here in Saudi Arabia for all of this?
I like it, man. I like it. Really, I like it.
Yeah.
This is my time. You will see.
And I guess it gives you a taste for these big occasions. You want this or more often.
Yes, 100%. I give all the best in the training, you know, for this time.
Yeah.
I will on the big stage. I will fight the biggest name on the boxing. I hope, inshallah, my name never forgot my name, Agit Kabayel. I make for my country. We are come from Turkish part of we are Kurdish people.
Yeah.
And I make for my country, you know.
Well done, Agit. Fantastic. Good luck on Saturday, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, it's it's so interesting having all these heavyweights here.
Yeah.
Like, all of them just coming up one by one. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a one of a kind, a one-off, the first.
All right, let's have a look at this giant in the ring. What is he, 6'7"? What would you say, 6'7", 6'6"?
Just label him as giant.
There you go, that's his name. Arslanbek, the giant Makhmudov.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah. But by the way, he's got really good hands as well. So normally when you see guys this big, I mean, you can understand why people think they're slow. He's not slow.
No,
he's not slow.
He's not, and I think he gets a little frustrated when people overlook his boxing ability.
The Lion Makhmudov.
Yeah, he's going to take his photos, Arslanbek Makhmudov, as every fighter has done, and he will join us as well. And by the way, I did say that a certain Chisora would be in the building. We have just spotted Derek Chisora. He is here. And he's talking to Agit Kabayel. Obviously, they fought, I'm going to say, about 6 years ago now, when Derek went to Monaco, I think it was, to have a fight with him.
I've never told you the story.
What?
I was asked to score that fight, and I did a big A4 bit of paper scorecard, and when Derek come out the ring, I'd literally scored most of the rounds to Kabayel. Derek Chisora looked at the scorecard and went, whose scorecard's that? And he went, Darren Barker did Cole Frotch.
Wow.
Threw me under a bus.
As he does, but you can handle yourself, former IBF middleweight champion. Anyway, look, it isn't just boxing. You've got so much more on DAZN, especially from this region as well. If you like your football like I do, then you'd love to know that we have the Saudi Pro League right here on DAZN.
Looks like they mean business here. Beautiful move, a party piece. The stars shining for Al Nasser. Fabulous finish. And Karim Benzema is up and running in the Saudi Pro League.
Struck beautifully by Mitrovic.
He's coming. You know this, yeah? No, let him come, let him come. No one's going to say he shouldn't come. Here comes Arslanbek Makhmudov. How are you, sir?
Good.
Yeah? There you go. I saw you fight, it feels like a month and a half ago. You're back in the ring already.
Yeah, I like to stay busy, you know.
Yeah?
Boxing is all what I do, you know, now. That's why for me it's to way too much fight, no. Fight, like...
Stay active.
Stay active, right away, let's go. Why not?
I agree. What do you make of your opponent, Agit Kabayel? Unbeaten, European champion?
Yes, very good opponent, good challenge for me, good opportunity for me. But I need kind of this fight now, for this moment in my career. Top guys, you know, and I'll do everything for beat him, yeah.
Your toughest opponent, would you say, to date? Kabayel is your toughest opponent so far?
Yes, it's top and a tough opponent, of course, yes. And when a very high rating have, you know, That's why for me it's a good fight.
Your confidence must be very, very high at the minute. The way that you're knocking these opponents out, how are you feeling? Very, very confident?
Listen, it's my job to punch people, you know. That's why.
You do it very well.
That's why I have to punch, that's it.
But you're confident, right? Extremely confident.
Yeah.
Not getting ahead of yourself, but you're confident.
Of course, it's my job. I have to punch people face, you know, and that's it, you know. If I do good punch, it happens something, you know. That's why it's okay.
Final one, Aslanbek. Next year, is it a world title fight? Is that what you want next year?
I don't know, but I hope it's gonna be soon. Yes,
yeah?
It's gonna be soon. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The scariest fighter on planet Earth. Anyway, let's go back downstairs to Thomas Schreiber, who's going to introduce the next fighter.
Our next fighter to the ring, competing this Saturday night in a scheduled 12-round cruiserweight contest. It is brought to you in association with Matchroom Boxing and Tasman Fighters. He comes to us from Bromley, Kent, England. He brings an undefeated record with 17 wins, 7 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the current WBO European champion, Ellis Zorro.
Let's be honest, this task for Ellis Zorro isn't an easy one against Jai Pattaya. A lot of people think Jai Pattaya, including myself, is the best cruiserweight on planet Earth right now. Obviously no longer the IBF champion, he's still the ring-recognized #1. But Ellis Zorro comes into this unbeaten himself. He's had a busy year, and this is what you want, right? You want to test yourself against the best, make some money, and go at it.
Yeah, look, nothing to lose. Look, can I ask you a question quickly?
Yes.
Who do you feel's got the tougher fight out of Zorro and Arthur?
Oh, it's Zorro. You know why? Because you know I'm the biggest Bivol fan there is. Bivol's not as spiteful as Jai Pattaya. Jai Pattaya, I think we saw it against Jordan Thompson. There is no going through the gears. From round 1, it's gear 6 immediately. And that's what Zorro's going to have to deal with, and it's going to be quite tough. Whereas Bivol's been out for nearly a year. He's been out for a long time. So he might take a few rounds to warm up. Zorro's going to go in there against a killer, basically.
He has to do what he's doing here. Move. No point trading with Pattaya. That would be awful tactics. You know, if he wants to win this fight, he's got to move. Has to be sharp. He likes to sway out of range, Zorro, and he has to be very, very careful when he does that. He doesn't want to sway and move back into danger. One thing I was so impressed with Jai Pattaya was the fact that he was coming back from a broken jaw after the Breeders' fight. He's in there with a huge punching, look, we can't say novice in Jordan Thompson, but a huge cruiserweight. He had absolutely total disregard for that injury, got caught with a big right hand and kept firing back. The man is a beast. But like we've said with Junior Farah and some of the other guys, pressure is off. It's about Zorro going in there now, showing everyone how good he is, showing himself how good he is, and showing himself what level he's at.
Yeah, and I mean, you know how good Jai Pattaya is. He has been called into the Tyson Fury camp. So I'm guessing to be Tyson Fury's chief sparring partner as he gets ready for the Southpaw and Alexander Usyk as well. So that's how good Jai is. But we've now seen Jai up close and personal. Does Jai do anything wrong for you? Like when you let's put your Darren Barker eagle eye on Jai Pattaya. What could he improve on? Nothing.
Tactically and technically, he's very sound. He has that brilliant amateur pedigree. He's a former Olympian. But what I feel I could probably do, and I'm surprised Zorro hasn't, is try and play with the mind of Pattaya. And what I mean by that is he's a very fiery individual, is Pattaya. And I feel you could probably wind him up, get him swinging, get him annoyed, and try and, get him to load up, and then you can fire the counters. But there's very few weaknesses, if any.
By the way, I've just been told, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm just telling you what they've told me. That Jai Pattaya, in his media workout, is going to do 4 sessions of 2-minute sparring.
Okay, again, that's
imagine
new.
it's 4 different opponents.
I mean, look, when you think you've seen it all.
Yeah. And honestly, an incredible fighter. But again, Zorro's got an opportunity here to shock the world. And hey, look, even if he were to lose, and he's a big underdog, so we can have this conversation. If he performs well, his name's out there, you get other opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
and look, he's got the ability. A very good fighter. He's got lovely variation with the jab. That's going to be key. He moves well.
He's got punch power.
Yeah, he can punch. One of the issues is he does like to hold his feet a little bit. It makes him an exciting fighter at times. We've seen that, especially in his last fight. But I feel being nimble, being elusive, being sharp on the feet is absolutely crucial.
Well, look, we'll ask him this question, but I'm going to ask you on behalf of him. How's he handling all of this, do you think?
It seems a guy that is a massive underdog and relishing being just that.
I mean this. Saudi Arabia,
he looks
the biggest fight card we've seen in years.
Spoke to him yesterday, seems unfazed.
Yep. You can hear the bad man in the London town. For you guys that don't know your music, he is from London as well, Lewisham. So he's representing.
Good man as well, good bloke. Sound.
Really good guy.
But he can fight. If you don't know Ellis Zorro, he can fight, but he is up against him.
Yeah. But with big risks comes big rewards.
Absolutely.
You know?
And this is a funny old sport. When you think you've seen it all, something unbelievable happens.
Indeed it does.
7-7.
Ellis Zorro is going to make his way to us. Next in the ring will be Jar Pataya, who's become a lot of people's favourite fighter all of a sudden. I'm one of those people.
I'm one of those.
I'm one of those. Darren is. Quite a few fans he's made around the world. I love it. Look at that, representing the Peacock Gym as well. That's Ellis, you good? Ellis, what an opportunity. Me and Darren were just talking about it. Darren obviously spoke to you yesterday. I said, has this phased him, all of this? And he said, absolutely not. You were just taking it in your stride.
Yeah, I haven't
crazy,
really,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Can you turn around? Look at this. This
I
is
know,
crazy.
I was trying to pre it when I came out, but no, I just like, Opataya wasn't on my radar. This event wasn't on my radar, so when I got the call, I said, yeah, obviously it's a massive opportunity. So I'm still taking it in as time goes on, really, to be honest.
He fought in October.
Yeah,
So
October 6th.
how long do you even take off to then get ready for this? Like how much rest have you really had between that October fight
I had 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I had 2 weeks, yeah. But sometimes I feel like...
Stay ready.
That can work in my favour, to be honest. Yeah. You know, I'm active.
Look, you understand the magnitude of the task in front of you Saturday, but this is boxing. Just very quickly, and not to go into too much tactics, are these here, your footwork, is that key to victory on Saturday?
Honestly, I feel against Opataya, I will need everything that I can do, from footwork, going forward, going back, combination punches, defense, offense. I think I'm going to need everything. I don't think there's one thing that I'll use that's going to win me the fight against this kind of opponent.
Yeah, and I think that's key, right? I mean, I just said to Daz, with big risk comes big reward. It's a risky fight, but reward if you beat a Jar Pataya. Even if you perform really, really well against a Jar Pataya, all the big fights out there for you.
Yeah, but this whole performing well, like, it's not my narrative.
I love it.
Like,
It was a trick question.
Yeah,
Good answer. Good answer.
I said yesterday, I'm an undefeated fighter. I've never lost amateur or pro. Obviously, this is a step up in opponent.
Yeah.
But I've been the underdog for all of my fights from the amateur days. Never expected to do nothing, so that's why I'm just composed as I am. You know, I believe in myself, believe in my skills.
Can I ask, was it an easy decision to say yes? Again, 2 weeks rest, you had a fight in October. Was it easy to say 100% I'm taking that fight no matter what?
Martin said, yeah, we got Jay Opataya's come through. I said, swear. I said, where? He told me Saudi. I said, swear. I said, how much? I said, yeah.
It was easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right, Ellis, we're going to let you go. I know you've got a bit of work to do as well. Good luck on Saturday, brother. Thank you very much. Where can I get one of these, by the way? Where can I get one of these? Please, thank you very much. Lovely. Look at that. Oh, the back, see the back as well?
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah, I'll get one of those. Lovely stuff. Lovely kid. Lovely kid. You know, I like what he said as well. It isn't a case of just coming here to look good. He's coming here to win. He's an unbeaten fighter who's coming here to win. Anyway, a lot of people's favourite fighters is now about to enter the ring. Let's go back to Thomas Tribe.
Let's now welcome to the ring from Sydney, Australia. He is undefeated with 23 wins. 18 of his 23 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former IBF world champion and current Ring Magazine champion, Jai Apataya.
Here he is, and I feel bad not introducing him as the IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, because that's what it should be. He's decided, obviously, you know what? I want my opportunity to fight here. We're going to forgo that belt. We all know he's the champion. He's still the ring recognized #1, so he's still the ring champion. But how difficult a decision would it have been for him to get that belt against Bradis, defend it against Jordan Thompson, and have to relinquish it?
Personally, I don't think that much. I don't think it'd be that bad. He's such a big draw now. He's going to get opportunities to fight for a world title again very soon. But what a fighter.
Yeah, but without a belt, who's going to fight him?
Well, look,
you know,
I'm pretty sure
other fighters would have maybe looked like a Crispin and Smith would have looked at it as a unification fight potentially.
But look, what I'm saying is, where is the draw? A draw produces money.
Okay, fair.
So you will get the shot for sure. But I'm pretty sure IBF will probably be kind to him and keep him thereabouts in the top few in the division. But what a fighter! What a fighter he is. And I talk about not many weaknesses, and that's because I think some people forget he was an outstanding amateur, a very, very good amateur, and that's where the brilliant fundamentals, the basics come from, the footwork, the jab, everything.
Yeah, didn't he represent Australia at 16?
Yeah, it's 16.
16, wasn't it? Yeah. 16. It's incredible. Obviously, our own Amir Khan at 17.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And we all know Amir Khan went on to do.
And you can guarantee at 16 he was bullying guys in that Olympics.
Yeah.
On the front foot, a beast of a fighter. Physically so strong.
Yeah, so strong. Obviously, southpaw, so fast. You can see his hands there as well. There's not much he doesn't have. And this is the story of boxing. Not many people would have known about Jai Apataya 2 years ago. All of a sudden, he's propelled to one of the biggest names in the sport.
Yeah, but and I love that as a fan as well.
That's what it should be.
And you want to see new stars coming through. Stars that take your breath away, make you think, look, the biggest compliment I can give him is me and Tony Bellew commentating on his fight against Jordan Thompson, his last outing in Wembley in London, and we both said we cannot wait to see him fight again. You know, he's one of when I see his name on the card, I was like, wow, this is a tremendous card. And what Jai Apataya is way down it. I can't wait to see him back in action.
He's not the biggest cruiserweight I've ever seen. When you think of the land of the giants, Riakport, Jordan Thompson, I think he's moving up to Bridgerweight, Lawrence Okoli. And I just wonder if he's maybe got it right. You know, we see a lot of these guys boiling themselves down. He doesn't look like he strays too far away from that cruiserweight limit.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. He must be 6'1", maybe 6'1", I would say. But he is so good, solid.
By the way, talking of solid, look at the size of those guys.
Like he needs,
like
he needs security.
He doesn't need security. Look at the size of them. Wow.
Look at the nice, nimble feet. The way he sort of...
Who does those feet remind you of?
Well, the guy that's going to be in a bit.
Yeah, it's
Bivol.
Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah, Bivol.
Very similar,
and
right?
And that's been one of the keys to him being so successful, is that nimble footwork in and out. But we're talking fractions. He doesn't jump too far out of range, so he has to really jump back in. It's, you know, it's a few inches here, a few inches there. He makes you miss. He makes you pay. What a fighter.
Honestly, incredible fighter. And again, it goes to speak about the task that Ellis Zorro's got in front of him on Saturday. It's a tough one. It really is.
Yeah, it really, really is.
By the way, I did say, because someone told me, that we are going to see a bit of sparring. I don't know if that's true.
Well, you put your hand up.
No, I thought it might be those big guys ringside.
Maybe they've had second thought.
Maybe. Day of Reckoning ends what is a massive year for DAZN, December 23rd. January kicks in with something very big as well. Virgil Ortiz is back, this time at 154 pounds.
This kid they think is going to be sensational.
The real deal.
A natural-born puncher.
A young star.
But legitimate contender.
Ortiz knockout express. Too big, too strong, too good. Picks up another victim. His 19th knockout and his 19th win.
Ortiz Jr. versus Lawson. Great to see Ortiz back. Obviously, it's been a tough year and a half for Ortiz. He is now back, 154 pounds. And that division, I mean, you were up in Sunderland watching Josh Kelly. That division's incredible. Now Virgil Ortiz is in it.
Yeah, great to see him back. An absolute animal, as loads of these on the card are, and someone that we enjoy watching. He brings that excitement, he brings that entertainment, and that's why we love him.
Yeah, I am on holiday on January the 6th, but if DAZN want me out there for that one, my hand is up. I will be out there January the 6th to watch Virgil Ortiz fight against a very, very tough Ghanaian in Lawson as well. There you go, team up attire. By the way, members of Ellis Zorro's team watching as well, trying to pick things up. I mean, you only have to go and watch his fight against Bradus to pick things up against Jai Pattaya. Again, it's a fighter that can do most things. There isn't much wrong with Jai Pattaya. Could you see, I mean, again, I know I said he's a small size cruiserweight, you know, he's not big. I mean, no one ever thought Usyk was the biggest cruiserweight. Could you see Pattaya maybe land in the heavyweight division?
Yeah, I think he will. I think it's the marquee division in boxing, as this show is proving. He'll want a piece of that. No doubt he can fill out. He'll be a small heavyweight for sure, but you know, he'll be looking at the likes of Holyfield, etc.
And I mean, for him as well, I mean, if you're going to go and spar Fury, you're going to go and spar the biggest heavyweight. So if he does well in that sparring, he'll give himself a bit of a radar. Like, okay,
exactly.
Yeah. You know that pose reminded me of there. Are you not entertained? It was a bit of gladiator.
He is a gladiator.
Yeah, it was a bit of that, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, here's what you can expect on Saturday. It really is an absolutely fantastic card. Arslan Mahmudov versus Agit Kabayel. Jai Pattaya is going to make his way to us. Takes on Ellis Zorro. Filip Hrgovic will battle against Mark Demori, and Frank Sanchez will take on Junior Farr. And then, because obviously we have a bit more for you, we have this, Dimitri Bivol versus Lyndon Arthur. It's crazy to see Dimitri Bivol so low down the fight card. It honestly makes no sense. Daniel Dubois versus Jarrell Miller, my pick for fight of the night. Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. And the main event, former unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, is going to take on Otto Wallin. Here he is. I don't know. I'm not quite sure who likes you the most, me or Darren, but we're both massive fans of you, Jai. How's it been your last 2 years? Obviously winning the world title, taking time out the ring with the jaw broke, making your debut in the UK, now making your debut here. It's happened very, very quick.
Doesn't feel like that.
No?
You know, you guys have only seen me in the ring, you have only seen the good. There's a lot of bad that's happened in this last 2 years. And I'm so grateful to be here, bro. You know what I mean? Big stage like this. Well, I'm pumped, get me in the ring.
Yeah. What was it like when you got that phone call to say, do you want to come and be on one of the biggest cards we've ever seen in Saudi Arabia? It must have been an immediate yes.
100%, they rang me, I think they rang me on a Thursday. Friday morning, we were on a plane to London, 24 hours, travel straight in there, straight into the press conference, straight into the photo shoots, 24-hour flight back, straight into the gym. You know what I mean? We weren't mucking around, we're here for business.
Yeah.
Right. look, we know your strengths, we know your weaknesses, we know how good you are.
What weaknesses has he got? I don't know any weaknesses.
Very, very few, if any. Talk to me about your opponent, Elizoro. What are his strengths and weaknesses?
He's a crafty little boxer, you know. He's got some decent little hand speed and stuff, but I'm ready for anything. You know, I've trained extremely hard. Man, I'm pumped right now. You know, you got me halfway through a session and you just cut me off. But I'm pumped. You know, I'm ready to go. Anything he brings to the table, I feel like I've got to answer to. You know, I've got too much ammunition for him.
And look, not looking past Zoro Saturday, is the plan to be undisputed champion?
Definitely, undisputed cruiserweight champion, man. I wanna win all the belts. I just want to keep bettering, keep moving forward, better platforms, better belts. You know what I mean? I just want to keep climbing that ladder.
And I asked the question, could we ever see you at heavyweight?
Definitely. I feel like it's something further down the future, but that's talk for later. You know, that's in the future. Right now, I'm focused and I've got a job to do. You know what I mean?
How difficult was it with the IBF situation? Obviously, no longer the IBF champion. Obviously, still recognized ring #1, and I think that's the best belt in boxing. But how difficult was it with the situation with the IBF?
It is what it is, you know. It's not difficult in my area. It's just outside the ring. It's just a whole circus. But it has not derailed my focus. It hasn't. If anything, it's made me train harder, made me push further. I feel like I'm just going against so many people outside the ring. You know what I mean? I'm still in court with other promoters. I'm my back. You know what I mean? Like I've got people trying to drag me backwards, and I am just pushing forwards. You know, it's all motivation, it's all fire on the field.
And we're happy that you are moving forward as well, Jai. We're happy that you are moving forward. Tyson Fury, you're going to be in his camp, we're hearing, in preparation for that fight against Alexander Usyk. There is no better style than yours to prepare for Alexander Usyk. When do you get into that camp?
We're waiting for the next contract for the next fight. You know, we're going to go in there, do some rounds. It's going to be an awesome experience. But I'm not just anyone's sparring partner. You know what I mean? I'm preparing for my own fight as well. So I'm looking to make statements everywhere I go. You know, I'm looking forward to being around other world champions in that ring, in that gym, feeding off the energy. And if I have to, I'll raise the energy myself. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Anywhere I go, that's what I do.
Two people that you must know quite well, Joseph Parker, Junior Farr, both in big fights, right? The underdogs we know for their fights. How do you think they get on?
Man, I'm honored to be on a massive platform like this with other Pacific Islander kids that have come from the same area as me. You know, down our neck of the woods, man, it's not common. You know what I mean? There's a lot of youngsters, a lot of pommies doing this world stage stuff. Not for us, you know what I mean? And we're raising the bar. And to be on the front line of raising the bar and showing kids that we didn't have, you know what I mean? We had certain things, but not at this level. So I feel like we're really, you know, I want them to look and say, if he can do it, why can't we? You know what I mean? So it's great to be a part of, and I just hope all the boys bring their best.
Jai, look forward to seeing you on Saturday, brother. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Nice fella.
Even when he's kind, he's still quite intimidating.
Scares me.
So even when he smiles, it gives you that look.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's the look it gives you.
That
wasn't it. Doesn't quite work with a hat, does it? Doesn't quite work. Anyway, let's get back to it. Thomas Treiber in the ring, and he's going to call in a certain Mr. Lyndon Arthur.
Our next fighter to the ring, competing this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBA Super and IBO Light Heavyweight Championships of the World. First, let's welcome, coming to us from Manchester, England, he brings a professional record consisting of 23 wins, just one defeat, with 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending IBO Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Lyndon King Arthur.
You know what we need to do? The first thing we need to do with Lyndon Arthur is put to bed these rumors of an injury. Because there's so much talk about an injury to the leg. I don't see it. I've seen him spar, I've seen him hit pads. He looks fine to me. But these rumours aren't going away for some reason.
Yeah, look, it'd be interesting to ask Lyndon. He looks fine to me. I've not seen any problems, but the task is a huge one. Bivol, like, arguably your favourite fighter, and I can totally understand why.
Yeah, he is. Well, apart from him giving, you know, the jacket to me, I got the jacket obviously hanged up because I was his only. I gave him the chance against Canelo when no one else did. So now we're best friends. But look, I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of Lyndon Arthur as well. Look, Lyndon's, you know, he's put on a performance when he was an underdog before against who?
Sorry, say again.
Lyndon's put on a performance before when he was an underdog.
Anthony Yard.
Anthony Yard. But he's going to need to obviously go up a completely another level against Dimitri Bivol, who I think is the best light heavyweight on planet Earth. So it won't be easy, but again, this is boxing, you never know.
You know, for me, it's very difficult to look at a game plan to beat Bivol. And I've wrecked my brain over this. What would I do if I was fighting Bivol? I mean, I'd get battered first and foremost, but what would I do to try and nullify the work that he does? And first off, Lyndon Arthur's best shot is a jab. He's got a fantastic jab.
Great jab.
But I don't think you want to go hunting Bivol because he'll make you look silly with your feet. But I think timing has to be, your timing has to be impeccable. And you've got to try and meet Bivol on the way in. Look, that is so hard to do. But it's kind of his only chance. So for me, it would be to be busy behind the jab, try and establish that jab as early on as possible. Again, very difficult against one, arguably the best jab in boxing, in Bivol. But try and time Bivol on the way in. Try and time him with a right hand over the top. Slip inside the jab, arc your sort of left screw shot through the middle. Don't be greedy, but be busy. What I mean by that is ones, twos, move your feet, go again. But I think timing, your timing has to be impeccable if you want any chance against Bivol.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, could he maybe use his size to try and push Bivol on the back foot? But we saw Gilberto Ramirez try and do that, and he's obviously a big guy. It didn't work. Bivol's feet are too good.
Too good.
Too good. So it's going to be, look, it's a tough task. I mean, he's got power as well, has Lyndon Arthur, and you mentioned he's got a great jab, but you could arguably say that Bivol's got a better jab.
Yeah.
So it's a tough task.
Yeah, one of the, if not the best jab in world boxing, Bivol. But like we said, he has a great jab, Lyndon Arthur, and he's going to have to use his. I think the physical bullying will be unsuccessful for Lyndon Arthur against Bivol. He's got to be smart. Timing has to be impeccable, like I say.
Let's hear it for the defending world champion this Saturday night, Lyndon King Arthur.
That was a very quick media workout there from Lyndon Arthur. We didn't see much.
Are you looking into this?
Well, no,
you mean there's more to this?
I don't know. Look, I'll ask him the question when he gets here. But I wanted to see a bit of pad work, maybe. That would have been nice. Yeah, Lyndon Arthur is going to join us. Again, look, it is a tough task against Dimitri Bivol, but Dimitri Bivol, this is his only fight this year. He was my fighter of 2022. I think he was, by most people's reckoning, the fighter of 2022, but he hasn't been active.
Yeah, look, November, I think it was, last year. That's a long time out. When I talk about timing and distance, that is the first thing that takes a little while to get back when you've been inactive in the ring. Can Arthur capitalise on that? Can he be sharp from the off and try and, you know, frustrate Bivol early whilst he's trying to find his timing and distance?
Here he is. He's coming. He's coming. Brother. How are you?
Good, but I'm
Lyndon,
good. How are you?
Lyndon, let's just put this thing to bed quickly.
Oh,
the leg. What's going on? Is the leg okay? Because
fine.
I see people talking about your little carpet walk the other day.
You know what it is?
Is that just how you walk?
That was my walk. I was going, everyone trying to share about my walk. I was just walking slow. I was taking it.
Okay, okay. So we're
You're
good.
Worried.
I was like, 1 second. Lyndon's not moving to. Okay, all right, now we're going. That's it. Yeah, I'm okay now. I'm okay. Lyndon, look, big task in front of you on Saturday, but this is what you're in the sport for, right? Big fights, big events, big tasks. This is what you want.
Exactly. Why not? Yeah. Why not? I'm excited for the challenge. I'm not, like, I'm 32. You know, probably got a few years left in boxing. I've got a chance to fight one of the best guys, pound for pound in boxing. Let's do it.
When did you get the call for this? I feel like everyone got the call late and everyone just said yes. How much notice have you had for this fight?
A few weeks.
A few weeks. And was you in shape already? Or was it a few weeks just to get in shape? Okay, yeah.
All right.
Is this a case for you to go in there Saturday night and not forget everybody else, just prove to yourself and for you to find out just how good you are?
Something like that. Something like that. Look, I'm a winner by nature. I love winning, so I'm never going in there just to lose. That's not the case. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's top level sport.
Exactly.
This is the only way you find out if you're world level or not. Like proper elite level by getting in there with these guys.
Exactly. And Bivol is that. I respect him. The respect is there. Mutually, I hope. If not, I'm going to go and earn it Saturday.
I remember when you were underdog for the first fight against Anthony Yarde, and your jab won that whole fight.
Yeah.
It was an incredible jab, and everyone started talking about it. Is that key on Saturday? You bringing that jab
but I think
back?
I'm going to need a little bit more than that for Bivol.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. What's it like to be here though, like this event? I mean, again,
this is crazy. It's nothing like obviously nothing like I've been involved in before.
Yeah.
It's not like Bolton. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you that now. I mean, it's got obviously Wasserman are great with me.
Yeah.
My last shows I've headlined every opportunity I've had, and they've given me, and they've got me. But they've also got me this. This is crazy.
It's incredible.
And I'm excited to be here.
Any family coming over, or everyone just stand at home?
I've got a few. I've got people coming over, a few friends coming over and stuff like that. I'll have support in there.
Yeah. You know, it's weird to not see here, and I can understand why he's not here. It's Sonny Edwards, and I can understand why
he's
weren't there.
It's coming.
Sonny's coming.
He's on the plane now.
Sonny's crazy.
He's spending that.
Sonny is crazy. How proud were you of Sonny?
Sonny
for that performance against Bam?
Everyone knows how well Sonny did. And probably shocked a lot of people well by
the style of fighting and
standing in the pocket with one of that probably the pound hardest punches at that weight.
Yeah.
And did well. And did more than well. Just come up short. But against the elite fighters, that can happen. It's no shame on him at all.
I asked you about this event, but when you look at some of the names that are on the card as well, you must have to pinch yourself. Like, this is sensational. Wilder, AJ, you, Bivol, Opataya.
That picture.
Oh, that picture's incredible.
No, the table, that there.
Wait, how was that done, by the way? Secrets, guys. You have to tell me. Were you all there?
It was all there.
I thought everyone was photoshopped in.
No, it was all there. The camera was there. We had to look up at the camera. Take the picture.
I need that T-shirt. I'm getting that
on the canvas.
Get that. That's.
I'm gonna tell everyone. Look, that's what I did.
Yeah. That was Uncle Lyndon.
I was a part of that. I was a part of that.
Indeed. Lyndon, good luck on Saturday, brother. Honestly, I mean it. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you very much, Lyndon.
Thank you.
Top man. Leg is fine, people. I'm watching him walk. The leg is okay.
The leg is good.
It's just the way he walks. Just the way he walks. He's got that kind of nice little. It's just the way he walks. It's one of those things.
Bit of swag.
It's got a bit of swag to him, you know. Anyway, Thomas Schreiber is in the ring. Our next fighter is ready to get in there. Let's head downstairs.
Let's now welcome a native of Kyrgyzstan, now making his home in Indio, California, USA. He brings an undefeated record with 21 wins, 11 of his 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBA Super Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dmitry Bivol.
Here we go. I've got a list of my favorite fighters. So I've got Dmitry Bivol.
Currently?
Yeah, so currently. Fighters that I just love. Dmitry Bivol.
Number one.
Number one. Terence Crawford. Number two, massive Terence Crawford fan. Javante Tank Davis, because this reminds me of a mini Mike Tyson. AJ, I mean, come on, London Nigerian connection. Who else? Who makes my top 5?
I love watching
Anyway,
The
that's the 5. That's the 5. Has Golovkin retired? Is Golovkin retired? I've got a soft spot for Golovkin.
Yeah. I'm going to say if he hasn't retired, he's had a great career. What a time to hang up the gloves.
Yeah. So what I need right now is Jaya Pataya to get in the ring and spar Dimitri Bivol. Then my life's complete.
I wonder if that will ever happen, that fight. He's got the frame to move up.
He has, but he said he can go down to 168. I wanted to buy Pataya as well. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him when he comes, would you go up to cruiserweight and fight Jaya Pataya? Let's see what he says.
Ask him.
I
like that.
Ask him, indeed. Dimitri Bivol, the current WBA light heavyweight champion. Let's not forget, in a few weeks' time, Artur Beterbiev and Callum Smith. Has Golovkin retired? Is Golovkin retired?
I'm going to say if he hasn't retired, he's had a great career.
He's just so loose. Like, it's almost like effortless. You know when you see fighters full sit a little bit, and with him, it's just look at that.
It's the Russian equivalent to what we see with Frank Sanchez.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
different, typically sort of Eastern European, but still so smooth and relaxed with it. A joy to watch. Again, it's poetry in motion.
Honestly, it's fantastic to see. And look, we all want to see him in the big fights, and hopefully one of those big fights is early next year. But other than that, I just want to see him fight.
Yeah. I want him active. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand Canelo wanting to fight Bivol, but he doesn't beat Bivol. At 168 or 175, Canelo does not beat this man.
What about Benavidez? David Benavidez at 168, who clearly can't get the Canelo fight. Should he not jump up and maybe David Benavidez versus Dimitri Bivol at 175? I actually think Benavidez walks around bigger than Dimitri Bivol.
It has a similar feel to the Ramirez fight for me, that, you know, in the sense that he was a huge fighter. Everyone thought how he made super middleweight was incredible. He moved up to light heavyweight and everyone thought it was a 50-50 fight. This man schooled him. Absolutely schooled him. Back in November last year in Abu Dhabi.
I just thought for a second that there was a mark underneath his left eye.
He has extremely high cheekbones.
He does.
Even if there is a mark, yeah, quite easily could have happened in sparring. He would have finished his last spar last week, so you can get marked.
Yeah, fair. You know, I have a Dimitri Bivol jacket. I don't know if you know about this. I heard he's got a new one that I've clearly got to get this weekend as well. But I'm a big Lyndon Arthur fan as well, so I think it might be wrong. Me trying to get...
Seeing as you've already got a Bivol jacket, I'll have this Bivol jacket, and you can get the Arthur jacket, or the hoodie, or whatever it is.
No deal.
There you go. I'm having this.
I already got one. I want that jacket. But again, look, we've waxed lyrical about this card. Dimitri Bivol's a headline act. He headlined against Gilberto Ramirez. He headlined against Canelo. He is, I think, the fourth to top on this card. So I think Jarrell Miller, Dubois, Wilder, Parker, then AJ, Otto Wallin. That's how crazy this card is.
It just shows you the magnitude of this mammoth card.
Dimitri Bivol.
But no, back to the main point. Look, it's just great to see him fight. It's good to see him in action. I think the crowd are going to be in for a treat. And it won't be easy against Lyndon Arthur. I mean, physically, Lyndon Arthur's a lot bigger. I think we can see that. He's going to balloon up as well, Lyndon Arthur, after the weigh-in. But in Dimitri Bivol, we are talking a guy that I don't think he's not worse than number 6 pound for pound.
No, and exactly. Like I'm the same as you. I want to see him fight. I want to see all of our marquee fighters out there, our top fighters in the world of boxing, fight frequently. You know, a bit throwback like they used to in the old days, just fighting regularly because they're stars. We want to see them all the time.
How many fights can you realistically at the top level? 4.
I'm saying 4.
Okay, fair. I've always wondered because the AJ's having 3.
Yeah.
This year, and I was like, is that the maximum, like training camp, rest? I guess look, it depends how hard the fight is.
Exactly.
But if you get through a fight comfortably,
Injuries.
go again. So it is disappointing, I guess, really, to only see Bivol once this year.
Yeah. Like, I just want him to be active, like you say. All of the marquee fighters out there, just fight, be busy, you know, make a name for yourself greater than what it already is.
Here he is. Dimitri Bivol is in the building. How are you, brother?
Good.
You okay?
Yeah.
You're fighting, yes.
Yeah,
You're fighting.
Finally, yeah.
Finally. We've waited nearly a year, more than a year.
Yeah, 13 months.
Yeah. How have you been? Good?
Yeah, I feel great that I have a fight, and I feel this smell of Saturday night.
Of glory?
Yeah, of
the
glory.
Smell of glory?
Everything, you know, a battle.
No, it was good to see you in there. Obviously, we know how loose you are with your feet. Lyndon Arthur, what type of fighter do you think he is? What problems can he bring you on Saturday?
I'm sure he will be very focused all fight. He will try to be safe. He will try to not open, not use too much punches, and he will try to use his good sides like his jab.
You know, this is me thinking a bit crazy now, yeah? I really want to see you have one fight for some reason, and that's with Jaya Pataya.
What?
Jaya Pataya, the cruiserweight.
Could we see you at cruiserweight?
You know, I'm focused more now on light heavyweight division, but maybe in the future, who knows, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. If you had to pick one name, and again, not looking past Saturday, I say this to every fighter because I know you have eyes on the prize, but if you could pick any opponent to fight after Arthur, who would it be?
You know, I want to fight for belts. Beat or be for Smith doesn't matter. I want a winner of this fight.
Are you going to go to that fight?
No, I'm not going.
You're not going?
No.
I thought you might go ringside and watch it.
You know, I will be on vacation with my kids and my family.
The family. You know, I just realized you have a new jacket.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yeah, where is it?
Man, you know, we don't have your size. We have bigger size.
My size. My size.
I'll go and do that.
Okay.
Just quickly, going back to the time off that you've had, has that given your body time to rest and recuperate?
Sorry?
So the time you've had off is not ideal. You want to be busy, but has it given your body time to rest and heal?
First of all, I will be resting mentally, you know, not body, because just less training, eating food, enjoying the food, enjoying time with the family, and once a day running or short training. This is massage, maybe. Yeah, I need more massage.
Excited to be on a card that's going to be remembered for years. This is a very special card.
Yeah, I'm so glad that our team got this fight and we're in this huge event.
It's so weird, it's so strange to see you not headline. It doesn't make sense.
but we have great names here, and
you're a great name. You're Dimitri Bivol.
Thank you. Yeah.
He wants that jacket.
You know,
pound for pound, top 5.
Of course, from this event, I think they could make 4 main events minimum. You know, and
As a boxing fan, what fight are you excited for on Saturday?
Wilder and Parker.
Yeah. Good fight.
You?
Miller Dubois.
Dubois,
Miller.
This one too. Yeah.
Do you think Wilder has the harder night with Parker than AJ does with Wallin?
I just know that Parker is not easy for Wilder at all, you know, and he shouldn't look after him.
Okay, I'll come and get my jacket later from your hotel. Thank you very much, Bivol. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. All right, let's go back downstairs to Thomas Triber for our next fighters.
Our next fighter to the ring, competing this Saturday night in a scheduled 10-round international heavyweight contest. He comes to us from Brooklyn, New York, USA, and brings an undefeated record with 26 wins, 1 draw, 22 of his 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Jarrell Big Baby Miller.
Mate, you're right though. All right, should we have a little guessing game? Game. How much do you think Jarrell Miller weighs right now? I'm going to ask him. I think so as well. Good shout. I was going to say above 300.
Yeah, 305.
305. It's very big.
But if I'm honest,
he carries the weight well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's solid. I mean, it's kind of crazy when I say this, but because he's such a tall guy, he's a lump, but he's got this a little bit of a low center of gravity. I don't know if it's because he's got short legs, I'm not too sure, but he just seems so solid and compact.
It'd be like a linebacker in the NFL.
Oh, without doubt.
A linebacker. Obviously, look, he's had his issues outside the ring. Let's not pretend we don't know about those. He served his time, he's back. And this, all of a sudden, is an intriguing fight. Like, for 5 or 6 rounds, I have absolutely no idea how this fight plays out.
Yeah, look, he's had his troubles outside of the ring, and I tell you what, he's had his troubles in the ring since he's come back. He's not looked good, if I'm honest. He's looked sluggish, he's looked tired down the stretch. You should not be having a war with Bracamonte.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be. But look, let's give him a bit of time. He's still a nightmare. I do believe, and look, let's take the substances was in his body out of the equation here. A 2018 Jarrell Miller is all sorts of problems for Daniel Dubois because he's in your face, he's busy, he's active, he makes you quit almost.
But as you said, that's a 2018 Jarrell Miller.
Exactly.
This is back end of 2023. That's 5 years ago. But I guess with Daniel Dubois, there are question marks.
Yeah.
You know, the Usyk, was it a quit, wasn't it a quit? The Joe Joyce question mark as well. I'm not quite sure. Derek Chisora, that's a fight I would not mind seeing.
Imagine the build-up.
Chisora Miller. I don't think there's enough security in the world for that one. Still sharp, isn't he?
Yeah.
But for how many rounds? What's in the gas tank? Is it 5 rounds? Is it 3 rounds?
That is the big question. He's got to keep that speed throughout the fight. And one thing that made him successful, again, bar the obvious, was his work rate. He was busy. He was relentless. Can he find that
Didn't he break the record for output for a heavyweight?
I wouldn't have
It was something ridiculous, yeah.
He's just in your face, he's busy.
Do you think we'll see an AJ Jarrell Miller fight?
Well, according to AJ yesterday,
sell in the world.
According to AJ yesterday, no chance.
Really?
Absolutely, said no chance. Straight away, shot it down.
I mean, look, depends. I guess if Miller looks really good against Daniel Dubois, he's going to want a big fight. If they don't get the AJ Wilder fight over, look, I'm going too far in the future here, but just hear me out a bit. If they don't get the AJ Wilder fight signed off, then I mean, AJ Miller.
The money talks, Ali, we know that, and the build-up, the fun. We already see it too, you know, right up till fight week in New York, and it was very entertaining. No doubt the styles would gel between those two. It's just, what kind of form can this man get back is the big question for me.
Yeah. Is he finished? No, he's still going to do a bit more. Okay, he's going to show us what he's got in his hands. What kind of dynamite has he got in his hands? Let's have a look.
I'll be honest, and I won't be saying this to him, but he's not your concussive one-punch knockout artist, is Miller. He demands respect with his power, but it's not, I mean, as I say, he lands an absolute disgusting shot to the body.
I understand what you're saying, but that punch there, that knocks you out. That knocks you out.
Maybe I'm changing my mind a little bit. But you know what I mean, it's more relentless pressure.
Yeah. Who do you think hits harder, him or Dubois?
Dubois.
Dubois?
Dubois. With the single shot, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll just make sure that I remind Jarrell Miller of
just
your
keep your mouth shut.
No, I'll just tell him when he comes. Let's go, you know.
I bet I can run faster than him, though.
Here we go. That's my pick for fight of the night, by the way.
Is this your sleeper on the card?
Sleeper. I don't think it's a sleeper
Miller.
You know what it is? It's a fight we didn't demand, we didn't want, we didn't ask for. But now I feel like it's a fight that we're all intrigued. And by the way, Jarrell Miller was just quickly having a word with Chisora. Obviously, Chisora's former trainer Don Charles trains Daniel Dubois, so I'm guessing Chisora says something as well.
I wonder what the reason for Chisora was in not fighting Miller for this. Do we know?
He was asked to, wasn't he?
Exactly. So I'm surprised that he's not taking it. We know Del Chisora will fight absolutely anybody.
Yeah, it's interesting. And by the way, the crowd has kind of just swelled just a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So many more cameramen here now. I think everyone's trying to get pictures of the big guns coming up soon. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker, Otto Wallin, and the big guns making his way to us now in Jarrell, Big Baby Miller. All right, so what weight? You said 300 and what pounds?
305.
Okay, I'm gonna go 310. Ooh, 310. Shall I ask him? Do you want me to be the brave guy and ask him?
Yeah. You're
Shall I ask him?
me.
Okay, I'll ask him. Oh, this is
But he's gonna have to get this weight into the fight.
I think we'll tell by how the stage moves. Wait, let's have a look. Wait. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here he comes. How you doing? Good. Jarrell, we were guessing your weight.
How much I work out?
He said 305. I said 310.
325.
Whoa!
It's all on my third leg.
Pause.
Listen,
no, you're not 325. Really?
I might come a little more, only because out here so dry. I've been drinking non-stop water every day. So before I got here, I was 322. I weighed myself, this is like 328.
Do you think, though, that size suits you? Seeing you back in 2018, you was a lot leaner, and that allowed you, look, I know you're still trying to find top form for you. Correct. Down at that weight, you seem to be a lot busier, a lot more relentless.
Yeah.
Do you think you can still fight that intensity?
I think for where I'm at right now, I'm perfectly fine where I'm at right now with Daniel Dubois, punk ass. Walk him down, beat him up, typical same routine. But I think eventually my whole goal is to get to 300, 305 really solid. Before when I fought Adamek and Bogon Dinu, before everything happened, I was about 315, 317.
True.
I was still throwing 18 punches around. So the main thing now is just learning how to eat better as I get older now and just staying in the gym.
How close are you to being that Jarrell Miller?
Right after this fight.
Yeah?
Right after this fight. For a fact, right after this fight. Like I said, we was a training camp fight, got canceled with Emmanuel Char. They gave me the opportunity to say Chisora. That didn't happen, and then Daniel Dubois stepped up. Run back right training camp. But as a heavyweight, I don't kill myself about the weight. I just know if I could do 10, 12, 15 rounds of sparring, I'm more than fine.
How good is it to be back in the big time, Jarrell?
Man, it feels great, man.
Yeah.
I belong here. I always said I know I belong here. I know what I can do. Now that I have a mouthpiece, I talk shit and I back it up, most importantly. And that's the main thing. People want to be entertained. Listen, boxing, a lot of crazy stuff happening in boxing that a lot of the fans don't know about. One day when my book comes out and my true story comes on Amazon or something like that, or on the zone, we'll tell it all.
Right, so quickly going back to Daniel Dubois and the tactics here. A lot has been spoken, and you mentioned it a lot, the heart of Daniel Dubois.
Correct.
Is it about breaking that heart Saturday
Of course,
night?
I mean, once a guy has been broken one time, we always know it's there. We've seen it 2 times. You know what I'm trying to say? Even though he did land a good shot on Usyk, the problem is the 12-round fight. Just because you had a moment where it didn't go your way, it's a boxing game. You got to keep going with it no matter what. You can't quit halfway through the fight. That's the same thing's going to happen again. And I'm the kind of guy, I'm going to talk shit to him. While we punch him in the face, I'll be talking crap to him. Believe that.
You must look at the lineup and see so many fighters that you want to fight.
Correct.
It isn't just AJ. I know there's others on there you want to fight, right?
for sure. I mean, a lot of the guys I really like. You know, we're all fighters. Most of us like each other. I mean, the only 2 guys I really don't get along with is AJ and Deontay. And kind of Deontay didn't pay me no attention the whole entire time. They didn't look my way. So you know what? He's focused on his thing. He didn't disrespect me. He didn't even stare at me for 2 seconds. But AJ looking at me, what the fuck you looking at? You know what I'm trying to say? So other than that, eventually when Deontay fight does come around, if he stays undefeated, it'd be a great matchup. But until then, Dubois on my plate.
If they both win, Wilder and AJ, how do you see that fight playing out between the 2?
I think Deontay still has more heart than AJ. You know, he shows that he'd rather go out on the shield than make a fight stop. I feel like once he hits AJ, it's going to be lights out. The question is AJ going to take that fight?
All right, Dubois is about to get in the ring. Message for Dubois? you two-time quitter. If shrimp and grits was a perfect combination, it'd be my fist in your face. And on that one, you're supposed to drop the mic. You're supposed to just drop. There you go. There you go. Jarrell Miller. All right, let's go back downstairs to Thomas Driver.
Let's now welcome from Greenwich, London, England. He brings a professional record consisting of 19 wins, 2 defeats, 18 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA regular heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite.
Very good fighter in Alexander Usyk. And do you know what? And I think that's probably the reason for the smiles and the swagger that I see yesterday. Knowing, look, and look, don't get me wrong, I understand what Miller's saying. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's okay you do well early if it's how you finish. And look, he got beat. But there was signs of real class, of real, very good boxing ability. And I think that's where the confidence comes from, and rightly so.
Can we address, and I'm going to defer to you as the boxer here, can we address this quit talk? The quit talk, that he just quits in fights. I don't agree with it. I don't think he does. I think he gets beaten by better fighters. But there's been a lot of talk of it.
I understand the question.
Okay.
I can understand people asking the question. We'll never know. You know, some of these injuries that happen in fights, or some of these shots that you can't really feel unless you've been in there. Yeah. They cause injuries that to the naked eye you'd be like, wow, he's quit there. That doesn't hurt. But trust me, there's shots that can really do damage that don't look bad. So look, I get the questions. Do I think he's a quitter? I don't. But
I can understand why some people say
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. But who's favourite in this fight? Daniel Dubois, Jarrell Miller.
Like I say, I would say Daniel Dubois now, probably. But like I say, if he can find any sort of 2018 form without the obvious, I would have Miller a favourite in this fight, because I feel his style is all wrong for Daniel Dubois.
By the way, what a great fight this is.
It's a brilliant fight.
Honestly, what a great fight. Again, it's a fight that we didn't ask for. We didn't predict. This wasn't in the future, but it's a fight that makes sense in the heavyweight division all of a sudden.
Yeah. This is the fight. The winner of this pushes closer.
Yeah.
Gets closer to where they want to be.
Look, he's had his world title shot.
And he wants
So
it
it's been
again.
there, he wants it
it again. Once you've had a taste for that, you want more of it.
Yeah, indeed. I think he looks a bit leaner, Dubois.
He does, he
Maybe
does.
it's because we just had a guy 325 pounds next to us. But you look at him, he looks a lot leaner, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does. And I think speed of hand, speed of foot is going to be crucial. And obviously, dropping the weight, you become faster with your hands and your feet. And that is, like I say, that's what's required for victory on Saturday night. What I will say as well, just looking at the guard of Dubois, he's got to make sure those elbows are tucked in, because Miller, arguably the best thrower of an uppercut in the heavyweight division, throws it so well when he's inside, and you are a sucker to an uppercut if your elbows are wide open.
Yeah, Miller likes to go to the body as well, so again, that open guard, look at all that target there. I like this, a proper workout. This is it, there's no playing around there. They got the body bag on, they're going for it for real here.
Yeah, he's not going to Mike Tyson gym after this.
No, he's going home.
He's going home.
He's going home. Remember, we still have Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker to come, and then obviously the main event, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. Still 4 more fighters we're going to see in the ring. He seems to be just enjoying it. I'm looking at him and he's bopping his head to the music. He seems to be enjoying it.
Like I say, nothing's alien to Daniel Dubois now.
Yeah.
He's experienced it all. Very good victories, damaging, shattering defeats. Good performances, though he come up short against Usyk. So he's an experienced, well-rounded professional now, and you can take peace, solace from that. And that's where I think this confidence, this swagger comes from. Look, it's a fight. Let's see how good I am. Let me show Miller how good I am. This is what a proper marquee heavyweight looks like.
I love that little combination he did there. Look at that, the left hand, bang to the body.
Quick.
Very quick.
And look, you know, you asked me the question a moment ago when Miller was working out who punches the harder, and I think you're seeing it here. The one-punch power definitely lies with Daniel Dubois.
And Daniel doesn't look like he needs to really set his feet to land that either. Whereas with Miller, he has to set his feet to really turn that big frame into those power shots.
It's mad. When you think of who he's lost to, let's talk Daniel Dubois pre-Joe Joyce. This man was like, he's the next AJ. He's a wrecking ball. He's not going to lose, blah, blah, blah. And people overlooking the medal that Joe Joyce got in the Olympics, you know, this pedigree, this huge fighter in Joyce. But he gets beaten, all of a sudden everyone's knocking Daniel Dubois. It's crazy. Look, you said it yourself, he's still a young man, some massive nights out there. This is huge Saturday, but coming through this fight, there's big fights for Daniel Dubois.
It's the bigger issue that we don't know how good he is, because again, the 2 names that he lost to are those 2 names, but the biggest win on the resume is probably Trevor Bryan, Nathan Gorman, take your pick.
Yeah.
So we have no idea where that seating is.
And that's why I think the performance in brackets against Usyk will elevate him to another level. Well, I hope it does anyway.
You know what I wish we could do? If we have time at the end, I want them to put all the heavyweights on the screen, rank them. That'd be interesting. No pressure. Rank your heavyweights.
AJ Wilder 1-2, how's it go for you?
AJ 1, Wilder 2.
Parker 3. Or are you going to go Sanchez? Proven. Parker's proven. Former world champion.
Yeah. Parker. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. There you go, Triple D, Daniel Dubois. Again, everyone doing their usual posing for the world media.
Team Parker making their way to the ring. He's definitely got the biggest entourage so far.
Who, Joseph Parker?
Yeah. I think I can see 10 bodies.
There's about 20 of them in there. Daniel Dubois is going to make his way up here to us in the studio. So what we're going to do is go straight, I think, to Thomas Treiber. Thomas Treiber is trying to get them out of the ring. He's like, hurry up, get out. I want to go home. But let's throw it downstairs to Thomas Treiber, who I think is going to get Joseph Parker in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event this Saturday night, it is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it'll be for the vacant WBC International and WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Championships. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry in association with Bomb Squad. Let's first welcome from South Auckland, New Zealand. He is the current WBO Intercontinental Champion and the former WBO World Champion with a record standing at 33 wins, 3 defeats, 23 wins, coming by way of knockout. Lupe Soliai, La'auli, Alemali Etoa, Joseph Parker.
Respect to Thomas Treiber. I mean, he gave him the full name. Not easy to do. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big banana skin for Deontay Wilder.
Oh, massive. Look, Simon Keane is no Deontay Wilder, but you can only beat who's in front of you. And he's done it in very, very good fashion. Somehow, Joseph Parker's hands have got quicker. I didn't think that was possible. But you've got to remember, he's only 31. Yeah. He has a wealth of experience behind him now. He seems very mature, accomplished, and very sure of himself.
Indeed. And let's not forget as well, that man in there with him, Andy Lee. I think this is their, I'm going to guess and say their 5th fight together. So they're now fully in sync.
What a secret weapon that is, Andy Lee.
Andy Lee. It's a nice shot. Look at that. That's a good shot, isn't it? Bit fancy that.
Yeah, Andy Lee, part of the team that orchestrated that win for Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder. Now, looking after Joe Parker, the amount of advice that he can give this man is invaluable.
No, you're right.
Invaluable.
Do you think the big man, Tyson Fury, is going to come out? Do you think he's going to come out, Tyson Fury? To support his stable mate and Andy Lee and Joseph Parker?
I think probably he will.
I think he'll come. Look at the big man. Look at the big man. Triple D is here. Daniel Dubois, how are we, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
That was good. You did the biggest workout. No one worked out like that.
No?
You bring the body bag out. Don had the body bag. Fantastic. How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
Feeling excited. I'm all clear and ready to go.
Darren was just talking about you've now, although still very young, you've now got so much experience.
Yeah.
You've had the good, the bad, the ugly. You've kind of experienced it all. That must prepare you now for every fight.
For this moment, definitely. I've fought some of the toughest names. And, although it's all experience at the moment, so I just feel like it's my time to go out there and shine.
Yeah, indeed it is.
For you, looking at this fight, look, you know exactly how Miller is going to approach this fight.
Yeah.
Tactically, what are the keys for victory for you, do you feel?
To punch him as hard as I can. Punch him as hard as I can and as often as I can. Punch holes through this guy. So, really...
You want to hurt him?
Exactly. I want to hurt him and go through him. I'm out for destruction, so, let's go.
Trevor Bryan, he spoke a little bit. But really and truly, none of your opponents have spoke like this guy. Is it weird? Did you kind of laugh at his jokes, or is it frustrating?
No, I feel like at this level, you expect that. He's American loudmouth, and we've got to shut him up. This is what he's got to do, and ultimately, I can't wait to see him in the ring.
The quick comments from Miller, do they play with you?
No, none of that phases me. I'm ready to fight. I'm just focused on fighting right now. I'm 100% on top of the world and ready to do my job.
I remember years ago when you were like 17, 18, I came to Don Charles's gym and I saw you there with Don Charles and the team. You're now back with Don. What's it like being back with Don?
It's amazing. I'll tell you what, it's amazing. It's a great link up. Thanks to my dad and all the people at work, it's happened and materialised, and now we've learned more about each other. I'm sure it's going to be an unstoppable team.
Daniel, good luck on Saturday, brother.
Thank you.
Good luck. That was hard, Daniel. That was hard. Daniel Dubois. You know what? Confident. And it's weird. I feel like he's grown up in front of our eyes.
I'll say this. A happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Yeah.
And he's very happy. He loves the new team. He seems to me that he's really enjoying the sport.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. I think it was Derek Chisora getting ready for Tyson Fury. What? 1 second. Let me pause that. I mean, look at Joseph. You know,
Has he drawn them abs on?
What's going on there? I need to get diet tips. As soon as he comes, I'm having words. He's in shape. But yeah, back to Daniel Dubois. I remember going to see him when he was 17, sparring Derek Chisora, and he was with Don Charles. I almost feel like he looks at Don Charles almost like a father figure as well.
Yeah. I agree with you there. And like I say, he seems happy in this new environment. He feels at home, and like I use the phrase again, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. He's where he wants to be, and he seems very sure of himself. He seems a lot more, I think the correct word here is mature. There's a maturity about Daniel Dubois now.
You know what I liked? When you asked him, how do you win? I punch him very hard.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you can overcomplicate the sport.
And I feel like in the heavyweight division, that's kind of what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry, you get technical geniuses like Alexander Usyk, but ultimately it is the guy that can hit the hardest.
Yeah, and especially in this division.
Yeah, in this
division, with that amount of weight and velocity and whatever, yeah, you can put holes, and that's what he's aiming to do.
Yeah, Joseph Parker is making his way to us, and you are correct. By the way, I don't know if our camera can even pick up. This is the biggest entourage of them all. This is clearly everyone in the family's here. This is incredible.
I love the screams from the Samoan entourage.
Yeah.
It's really...
John Fatai's team does it as well.
Great.
Yeah,
It's
Junior
great.
Fast team does it as well. We are seeing, and I said this to Joseph Parker because I was a bit concerned after the Joe Joyce fight, how much is left. And obviously, look, Simon Keane, as you say, isn't a top heavyweight, but it was good to see him back.
Yeah. Good
Joseph, come in, my man.
How are you, brother?
Joseph,
Yeah.
you took your top off because you knew you was in shape. that was shape. Oh, yeah.
I've been training hard.
Very hard.
And I feel like I'm in great shape. Good music. I'm just feeling the rhythm. Just enjoying it all. Like, this is fight week. I just want to have fun and enjoy it all.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a job to do, but there's no wasted energy.
Yeah.
Saving it all for fight night.
What is it now? Is it excitement now? Is it nerves? Is it a case of, okay, I'm going to switch on? What is it?
It's just what I said before, it's just remaining calm.
Yeah.
Remaining calm and relaxed. I got the team here.
By the way, that's the biggest team we've seen so far. Who paid for all their flights? That's the biggest
Listen,
team ever.
I'm not getting paid for this right now. I think it's important to have, I got my brother here, cousins, and I got people that I need here.
Yeah.
And I feel like they keep me relaxed and calm. I'm winning poker every day. I'm winning table tennis. And what can I say? I want to win.
Yeah. Do you feel you're peaking now? I said about your age yesterday, only 31.
Yeah.
But the experience that you've gathered already at the very top level, you must hold you in such good stead.
Truthfully, like, I've had all this experience, and I've had ups and downs in my career. And I was trying to fine tune what I needed to change and what I needed to add. And I feel like this year has been the year that I've made that jump of going upwards and onwards. Yeah. And I feel like I'm in a great place, and I think it's going to progress and keep getting better.
You think you're peaking now?
I feel like I'm peaking. I'm going to get better and better.
What surprised me, and I was saying to Ade as well, it seems as if, look, and I know Simon Keane is no Deontay Wilder, but you personally, you seemed as if your hands were quicker. Everything just seemed a lot quicker.
Yeah, I was quick before, then I lost it a bit. And now I feel like I'm finding it, and it's just the work that I'm doing with Andy, the work that I'm doing with George Lockhart, and those guys, listen, whatever they say I do, I'm like a sponge, and I'm a student, and all I do is listen and work hard, and now we're going to put it on display.
Yeah, George Lockhart, one of the best nutritionists in the world, has worked with everyone in MMA, now obviously working with a lot of boxers as well. Andy just behind the camera there. How long has it taken to get in sync? Andy, come in, Andy. No, you're in now. You're in now, Andy. You might as well come in. Would you say you're now in sync with Andy, like 100%?
Yeah, but even though we're in sync now, we're still working on things, and he's still showing me things that that I'm still taking in, and it takes a while to perfect it. But we are in sync, and everything is on track. And so Andy and George are like the magic team.
Would you, and
Tyson.
would you say, I asked Joe the question, but he's 31 now, he has a wealth of experience behind him. Do you feel Joseph is peaking now?
He's better than he's ever been, has been in training, so we don't know his ceiling yet. So he's on the way up, definitely in the ascension.
Big fight experience, you've got big fight experience, right? You've had those big world title fights, you've fought in front of 80,000 people. But this is your biggest fight. This is it, isn't it?
This is it. This is the biggest fight. And there's nothing else we could have done. Andy's put in the work, I've put in the work, George, the whole team. So now it's time to go out there and dance.
I like
Under them lights.
Can I get one of these tracksuits, please?
100%.
Don't stop asking.
No, that's a nice tracksuit. I like the gold.
Spencer
the gold's
Brown,
amazing.
Spencer Brown and Gold Star do the best tracksuits.
Yeah, and I'll wear it on the show and everything.
Dynasty.
Can I get one, please, Andy? Thank you very much. Joseph, my man, good luck on Saturday, brother. Thank you so much, Joseph. Well done. Andy, top man, brother. See you.
Oh, you love a freebie.
My mum said, if you don't ask, you don't get.
That is fair. Wise words.
That's what I was told. You think of all the big fights he's had. Incredible. AJ, Andy Ruiz, Dillian White, Joyce, and now Deontay Wilder. It's a lot of big fight experience.
And for me, he doesn't look like there's any miles on the clock.
Yeah.
You know, I do believe that he's peaking now at 31 with all that experience, looking faster, looking better, looking more switched on, and enjoying boxing.
Indeed. A couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to be at Stamford Bridge to see Chelsea take on Paris FC, Women's Champions League. We are the home of the Women's Champions League, and it's right here on DAZN.
The world is watching.
Are you?
Moments of magic.
Andy Leon, she tries it. Oh my words! Live on DAZN. That way!
The biggest clubs in Europe. Nail biting. Jaw-dropping. Football.
Barcelona have done it!
UEFA Women's Champions League.
Are you watching?
Stream all matches only on DAZN.
Yeah, I did that game. I did Chelsea versus Paris FC.
Home of football.
Home of football. Home of football, indeed. Oh, Chelsea fan. see, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
You said it.
I meant
you said
DAZN.
it. That's on
home
camera.
Of football.
That's on
I didn't
camera.
mean Chelsea Football Club. We're hearing Deontay Wilder's about. Oh, he's making his way. You know, can I say this?
Go on.
I expected Wilder to maybe keep us waiting a little bit.
I knew one or two heavyweights. It's their heavyweights. They're entitled to make us wait. Marquee division in world boxing. We'll let them off.
I will say this though, Saudi traffic. Oh my God! I mean, you thought London rush hour was bad. LA traffic, Nigerian traffic. This is up there with it.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's not great. So that's the reason that we are running slightly behind as we wait for Deontay Wilder. Remember Otto Wallin, AJ as well. AJ, Otto Wallin, main event. Surprised? Yes or no? So it was going to be Wilder or Parker, AJ, Otto Wallin.
Either or, toss of a coin.
Yeah.
But I will say, for me, after hearing Parker talk there, I feel he's the tougher opponent.
Oh, you switched. You were saying Otto Wallin for a long time. You were saying.
Do you understand though where I'm coming from? Yeah. There's an aura, a maturity, a real self-belief with Parker.
And let's not forget as well, Deontay Wilder has had one round of boxing in 2 years.
Yeah.
And that was against Elenius, and he flatlined him in the first round. So it's been a long time, and before that, obviously, we saw the beating he took from Tyson Fury. So what I'm getting at is, we don't know what Wilder were getting.
Exactly.
We kind of know what Joseph Parker were getting.
Yeah. Timing, distance, speed, know-how, power, all of the above. And it was only not that long ago that he was looking so good against Simon Keane. So he'll take huge confidence into this fight. Tactically, he's going to have to try and make Wilder load up, etc. But moving over to the other fight, the main event, if you like, I mean, it's so intriguing. A real bogeyman of the division, Wallin, in the sense that, do you really want to fight him?
Here comes Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Frank Warren joins us. Frank, how are you, sir? How's everything? Good?
All good. I can't complain. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks, Frank.
This is exciting, isn't it? I mean, we were here not so long ago for Fury and Garner. We're back here again. This is almost becoming the home of big-time boxing.
There's no doubt about that. You know, the Kingdom's planted their flag well and truly in a boxing map, and all the big fights are happening. I mean, this is a magnificent card, probably the biggest card of the last few years.
The biggest card you've put on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the amount of fights and the quality of the fights. I've never seen a card like it. It's a huge card, and it's what it leads to next year. I mean, it's very appropriately named the Day of Reckoning, and we're going to know on Saturday who are the guys who are going to be going forward in the next round of this.
I said that.
Because all these heavyweights are all going to be fighting each other. Yeah. So who's going to come through, how they're going to come through. And at the end of the day, I think, you know, they've got so much ambition. And the fact is, because it's so lucrative for the boxers, they're getting very well paid, it's spurring them on. So we're going to get some good quality competitive fights on Saturday.
All right, Frank, hold on 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Deontay Wilder is about to get in the ring. Let's throw it downstairs to Thomas Treiber. Frank, don't go now. So many questions I want to ask you. But let's go to Thomas Treiber first, getting Deontay Wilder in the ring.
Let's now welcome to the ring from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, USA. He brings a professional record consisting of 43 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 42 of his 43 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Bronze Bomber, Deontay.
In both hands, and you know, it's with him, it's don't blink. Every fight he's involved with, there's always going to come a moment in that fight when he lets it go and he's going to catch someone. That's why he's so excited.
I mean, you've experienced it more than most, right? You've had those 3. you've had those 3 fights with Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And he must think, how's he not got a win? He's put Fury down 4 times.
I know.
But Fury's a different animal.
Well, all the things you say are absolutely correct. But as Tyson said, and we were talking earlier to Joe Parker, and he said to him, any tips? He said, just keep out of the way of that right hand for 36 minutes, because any time he can let it go. He's a dangerous man.
We were just talking just before you come up here. Who's got the harder fight, AJ or Wilder? In your opinion, who has?
I've got to be honest. I think there's a case for both of them equally, because number one, they're ex-champions. They got losses in their last few fights on their record. They know for them, they got to win. Yeah. So there's a lot of pressure on them. And they're not in with 2 mugs. They're in with 2 guys who are coming to fight. Yeah. You know, Wallin's coming off a good win against Gassier. He fancies the job. He's a southpaw, and southpaws, you know, he has had problems sometimes with southpaws in the past, AJ. And again, with Wallin, he knows that if he comes through this, he's going to have a big seat. He's going to have a seat at the big table. And then if you look at Joe Parker's coming off a good win against
Simon Keane.
An unbelievable puncher, we know that. But he's only had 1 fight in 2 years. That lasted 1 round. And again, with all the help he's getting from Tyson and so forth, he's very confident about winning this fight. So don't dismiss them, and I wouldn't dismiss an upset. I really wouldn't. I think anything can happen with these big guys. It's a bit like, you know, Tyson's last fight. It was going to be a walkover. It was going to be a walk in the park, nothing. Big punchers, big guys, anything can happen. 1 punch can change the whole dynamic of the fight.
Frank, how difficult or easy is it to put a fight card like this together? I mean, from top to bottom, some of the biggest names in the sport. When you make those calls and how easy is it?
Well, I mean, I've got to be honest, I made hardly any of the calls.
Is it George doing all the work?
George, Darren and George done most of the calls. and His Excellency, he's a massive boxing fan. It's like, it's what I would call, if I was playing fantasy football, I'm doing this with boxing, but it's the real deal. Like, I want him to fight him, and he makes it happen. He's an unbelievable dynamic character. Very smart guy. Loves boxing, which is brilliant for us in the sport. And things are happening. And something, he said something. Someone said something yesterday at a meeting we had yesterday, and they was talking about things. Said, "Look, this could be a problem." He said, "It's not a problem. It's a challenge."
Hooray!
And that is what it's all about. You don't. It's positive thinking. That's obstacles there. We'll get over it, and we'll make it happen. And let's get it right. Getting all us. I mean, us like the promoters and managers who've been at loggerheads and doing what. Getting that together takes some doing.
Yeah.
But everybody sees sense, and look what we got.
I know. I still can't believe it. Frank's holding to the zone mic. It's incredible. Take the photo, people. Frank, final one before we let you go. Is the big man Tyson Fury coming out on Saturday, maybe?
I doubt he's in serious training now for his fight. I'd like him to be here, but I don't think he will be.
Yeah. Frank, thank you very much, Frank.
It's
Appreciate
a pleasure
it.
as always.
As you're going down, can you maybe tell the DJ on the way down to turn it down a little bit, please?
What?
Thank you. It is what it's about, though, isn't it? I mean, in order for this sport to grow, everyone needs to come round together, around the table, and it is good to see Frank here. Again, I joked about him holding the DAZN mic, but these are things we never really predicted a couple of years ago. It's good to see it happen.
Look, if we're talking about two promoters that are involved in this, being Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, you've got to remember, business aside, they're both massive boxing fans.
Yeah.
So common sense has prevailed, and here we are. You know, for the sake of boxing, look what we have. It's brilliant.
By the way, I've just peeked over at Deontay Wilder. That jab is as sharp as it gets. Look at that.
And see that as well, the recoil.
Yeah.
Straight back to his
Straight
chin.
back. Wow. Wow. Here we go, from one big promoter to another. This is so strange. Did you just pass Frank on the way down?
Yeah, he stuck the nut on me. I can't believe it.
How are you even here? Like, I mean, you got some sort of teleporting machine.
Mate, honestly, I don't know where I am. I mean, do you realise how far it is from the West Coast?
Wow.
And the time zone. I mean, I think it's, what is it now? We're Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it's still Monday in Phoenix. I'm not even sure, but listen, I'm buzzing. I can't wait. I mean, unbelievable scenes here, unbelievable card. I don't want to tempt fate, but everything I'm hearing out of the Anthony Joshua camp is get ready for Saturday night, and a real fight, a tough fight, proper fight.
It's a big one, isn't it?
Great night.
It's a big one. Like, obviously, look, we all want to see the AJ Wilder one. We're hearing rumours of that one potentially in the new year, but they both got really big fights in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, both got different kind of styles in front of them, both got different challenges, but both got two people who really believe they can and will win.
Yeah.
Like Otto Wallin scaring me a little bit. I mean, he's speaking like he's quite a sensible guy, he's an intelligent guy. He truly believes he will win this fight. And Parker's been around the block, you know, and look, we know what we're trying to do. We know what we're trying to get over the line. We know what Saudi want to bring next year, but it only happens if both guys win on Saturday night.
How's AJ been behind closed doors? Look, we see him yesterday.
I think, you know, I'm really loving what I'm hearing. I always like what I hear out of Ben Davidson's mouth. I think he really is one of the best trainers around in terms of his analysis, in terms of his tactics. And you've got to look at his track record over the last couple of years. He's done extremely well.
Yeah.
The key with Anthony Joshua is and Deontay Wilder's in the ring behind us. I've never seen Deontay Wilder fight live. I can't wait to see him fight live.
Wow.
On Saturday.
That's incredible, isn't it?
You know what? He done half talk some rubbish though, Deontay Wilder. I mean, I heard him say a quote earlier going, oh, AJ's a manufactured champion. I'm a true champion. This guy has never beaten an elite heavyweight, right? He is
Luis Ortiz?
No, come on, Addy. Luis Ortiz. Also about 47, right? By the way, he lost every round in the second fight and knocked him out in the 8th round and was wobbled in one of those fights. He won the title from Bremain Stavern, right? He defended it against Bremain Stavern. He defended it against Dominic Brazil. Like, he lost 3 times to Tyson Fury. He is capable of losing to any heavyweight in the top 10. He's also capable of beating every heavyweight in the top 10. This is a dangerous, dangerous man, right? Yeah. But I know this sounds like people, I don't rate him. Like, honestly, if Joseph Parker could not be static on Saturday night and actually, you know, use his feints, use his feet, he will cause him a lot of trouble. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Deontay Wilder can end the fight against Joseph Parker at any moment. Yeah. But if Parker gets in this fight, he's got a chance.
Right, say all goes well, they both win, Wilder and AJ, and they fight. Do you think your nerves would be at their peak?
I mean, it is just, like, you can't not be worried about that matchup, right? And when Wilder says, oh, Eddie Hearn, he's scared, Joshua's scared, no, we just know someone's going to sleep, right? I've always believed that AJ beats Deontay Wilder. But let's be honest, Wilder can knock AJ out. He can knock anyone out. But that's the excitement and the reason, in my opinion, it is the best fight in boxing and the most exciting fight in boxing. If AJ goes in here on Saturday and flattens Otto Wallin and Deontay Wilder flattens Joseph Parker, that fight is absolutely massive. And make no mistake, someone is going to sleep. You have to watch that fight through your fingers.
Fingers crossed, we get it.
You need
fingers crossed.
It's too big not to happen for me.
Yeah, and I believe it will. But when it does, just remember one thing: if you buy a ticket for that fight, you only need the edge of your seat.
Hey, look at him.
Love that one, Addy.
That's that long trip. That's that long trip, innit?
I'm delirious.
This is good. You
do
have
looking at me going, what on earth was that like?
You do have 2 other charges on the card as well. Dimitri Bivol, jab attire. You must be excited to see those two.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you've got Dimitri Bivol. You know, you've got pound for pound fighters. You've got Dimitri Bivol, who is in the pound for pound list, and rightfully so. You know, comfortable victory over Canelo Alvarez. And then you've got Jai Arpatai, who I believe will be a future pound for pound fighter. Dimitri Bivol has been out of the ring for over a year. I really like Lyndon Martha. I think he's overmatched in this fight, you know, and the only chance is that Dimitri Bivol is a little bit rusty. He can't get into his rhythm. But I see him winning this fight by stoppage inside 6 rounds. And he's not the most aggressive fighter, but I just think he's going to be sharp. And when he lands, I think you're going to see the levels in that fight, as you will in the Opetaia-Zorro fight. I've not seen a lot of Ellis Zorro. It'll be keen as mustard. You're talking about a guy with tremendous footwork and great power and just that spite. You know, Jai Arpatai just looks like he wants to have a fight with everybody. But I walked into his change room earlier. You know, I mean, we've just delivered him a 2-fight deal that's basically changed his entire life. He looked like he wanted to kill me, to be honest with you. He's just got that face, doesn't he? I just want to fight, give whip, like, you know. And I think he's gonna win that fight by stoppage inside 6 rounds.
Any interest in Dubois Miller for you?
Love that fight.
You love it, yeah?
I love that fight. That's probably the fight I'm looking forward to the most, outside of course, AJ and our boys. But I mean,
he's not looked great since he's come back, Miller. That's what I'll say.
Well, he's never looked great. Like, I think the thing is with Jarrell Miller, no one knows if he's any good. Right?
Yeah.
He talked about beating elite heavyweights. Yeah. Like, he just struggled with Lucas Brown, right? Jarrell Miller has got a really good chin. He's also got a really good engine. Well, he used to anyway. We'll see if that still exists. That's another story. But the fact is if his engine's there and if he's got a good chin, if he gets through 3 or 4 rounds with Dubois, I think he's going to win the fight. Right. But Dubois hits very hard. Talk about Deontay Wilder. I mean, Dubois don't punch with the same sharpness, but he can really whack.
Yeah, he's the bigger one-punch shot picker, if you like, out of the two for me. But it's the volume. Can he still fight at that intensity?
And also, Miller leans all over you.
Yeah.
He makes you work on the inside. He'll clinch you hard in the hold. He'll pull your head down. He'll drain you of your energy. And that's been the problem with Dubois in these big matchups. And I see Dubois folding in this fight if he doesn't get him out of there inside 5 or 6 rounds.
Guess Jarrell Miller's weight in pounds. We asked him. Guess it.
I gave him a little cuddle earlier.
Go on, what do you
think? He's a big old lump. I'm going to go for... What's 20 stone? So 18 stone is 252. So you're talking about 280 pounds is 20 stone, yeah? Is that right? Yeah. I reckon he is 340 pounds.
It's quite close.
What is it?
325.
Is it?
That's
I never know.
Good way
I've seen him eating in the hotel. He might be 340 on the scales come Friday.
Honestly, it could be. It could be. Eddie, appreciate it, my man. Go and rest, Eddie. Go and rest.
Nah, leave it out. Where are we going?
He was quite sharp in his thoughts on Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, but there's always that but. And everyone says that. I mean, there's probably a few out there that don't rate the boxing IQ, if you like, or ability of Deontay Wilder. But they will always say, but he has that punch to end the show at any moment.
By the way, Deontay Wilder, this is the longest workout I've ever seen.
Looks sharp, looks nimble.
No, it looks very sharp.
Explosive.
It looks very, very sharp. The jab, the movement. And I think, look, although he hasn't fought for a long time, I think him and Malik Scott have been doing a lot of work together. I think Malik Scott's one of those up-and-coming trainers that everyone's talking about. He looks a bit bigger, but I always say he's only a heavyweight in height. Now you look at his frame compared to the other heavyweights, it's a very small frame.
Yeah, do you know what? When we were stood with him yesterday, he was wearing layers, so he looked really thick. There you can see he looks lean.
Very, very lean.
But that's one of the reasons he generates a lot of speed. And speed obviously generates the power.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, there's that big question. What makes a puncher a puncher? You know, you can look at the science of bone density, etc. But for me, it's one of the reasons is really committing to the shot. And you see that with Deontay Wilder. Every time he throws a shot, there is pure commitment. He really rotates the hips and gives it everything. And I think that, along with the speed, makes him such a dramatic puncher.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Eddie Hearn said about having never seen him live. I've never seen him live as well. It's going to be a treat to see Deontay Wilder live for the first time. I mean, the power he generates in that right hand, and by the way, it isn't just the right. I mean, he can generate power on that left as well, but when he puts full force into that right hand, I always go back to that third fight with Tyson Fury. I think it's the first knockdown where Tyson Fury's body wobbles. How Fury got from that? Because he put everything into that right hand.
It is sickening shots. Yeah, the powers of recovery there were incredible. But yeah, he uses the lead hand very wisely. He uses it as a rangefinder. What was the fight where he sort of, when he ran, Dominic Brazil. And he just walks across, but he puts the lead hand out to find the distance, and he just detonates that right hand with just ridiculous speed and power.
Does there need to be a question about his age? He's 38. I know he doesn't look 38, but he's 38, and you know, when you add those Fury fights in, he's been in wars. 38's 38. Father time.
The worry for me is the punch resistance. We see Fury hurt him. Fury, a massive heavyweight, but you wouldn't say the biggest punch in heavyweight. A lot bigger than Wilder, yes. Heavier than Wilder, yes. But the resistance is the first thing you lose. First thing that goes. Yeah. The last thing you lose, though, is the power.
And I think we can see from this little cameo we've got from him, the punch power is still there, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hear it for the former heavyweight world champion, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Bomb Squad! No, you know what it is? It's great. I just went silent there because I was looking at him getting out of the ring. And it's so good to see Deontay Wilder back in boxing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So
and I'm
good.
the same with you. You know, sometimes you just got to take a second during this broadcast and just kind of take it all in.
Yeah.
Take a breath and say, wow. We're just watching Wilder leave the ring. It's remarkable.
It certainly is, and Deontay Wilder's going to make his way to us here on the stage. Let's throw back down those stairs to Thomas Treiber because Otto Wallin's getting ready to come in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to extend a big thank you to His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al-Sheikh. Our main event this Saturday night is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it is an international heavyweight contest. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry and Matchroom Boxing in association with AJ Boxing and Salida Promotions. Let's first welcome to the ring, coming to us from New York City, New York, USA. He is a native of Sundsvall, Sweden, and has a professional record consisting of 26 wins, just 1 defeat, 14 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here is Otto Wallin.
The very, very confident Otto Wallin making his way into the ring. He said AJ's peak is gone. And it went early, he said 2018. And right now he feels like he's getting into his peak. Obviously coming off that good win. You heard Eddie Hearn mention it there against Gassiev. He is a very, very live dog on Saturday.
Yeah, and he's very versatile, and I think that's what's made him so successful. He's tricky, he's awkward, he's cute, he's smart, and he can be aggressive when he wants to be. I was so surprised at how he approached the fight with Fury. Showed, you know, that he's not just a standoffish fight. He's happy to get in the centre of the ring and let the shots go. You see the damage that he caused to Fury's eye. He's a danger man.
Yeah, and by the way, he's fresh as well. Deontay Wilder is going to make his way to us now. Oh, he's getting his gloves off. I think he's getting his gloves off. We are going to hear from the Bronze Bomber, who, by the way, went through the longest media workout I've ever seen. Probably once, you know.
And he jogged over here as well. Full of energy.
Yeah. No gloves from Otto Wallin, I've noticed. And I've just had a look at his corner man, and I can't see gloves there either. So this might be a very quick workout from Otto Wallin. In and out, probably all going to the Mike Tyson gym to do a proper workout.
Tell you one person.
Should we go? Should we go over there? Should we go over there? Mike Tyson gym? Have you been? Have you been yet?
I haven't been.
You've not been yet? Wow.
Impressive.
Ridiculous. Like, gyms, as you can imagine what a gym would look like over here.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't Repton AB.
Creme de la creme, is it?
No. He wasn't. Blessings, brother. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Not bad at all. Hey, that was the longest workout I've ever seen, Deontay.
That's nothing. We do up to 35 rounds just moving all day long like that.
Yeah?
No water, no break.
Deontay, how good does it feel to be back, brother?
Oh man, it feels great. It feels great to be back. It feels great to be in Saudi.
In Saudi.
You know what I mean? And it feels good to have my debut starting right here as well. So, you know, I think they're doing a great job, especially with promoting boxing. And the way they're promoting boxing has never been done or never been heard of before. So I'm just so happy to be here, be a part of this whole event.
No, you're in, may I say, the twilight years, if you like, in your career. You've been around, you've been into big fights, but you're looking fresh, you're looking good, you're looking healthy.
Yeah, man, that's the secret. That's the secret of life. It's being happy and being at peace. Yeah. You know, once you're happy and at peace, anything else comes your way, it's like rolling with the punches then. Happiness and peace. It's not money, it's not the fame, it's not the materialistic things. Because you can be a billionaire, zillionaire, and be miserable.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'll find ways of how to spend your money to bring happiness. But one thing about happiness and peace, you can't buy that.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
You can't buy it. So with that being said, I know the secrets of life is being happy and being at peace.
And is happiness and peace boxing for you?
Yeah, most definitely. Happiness, peace, and my family, my beautiful family and my babies. Yeah. You know, they come first. And then, you know, of course, boxing. What business.
What brings you back, Deontay? You've done the heavyweight title, you've had your defenses, you've knocked out and put down everyone, right? You've made a lot of money. I'm sure you've invested that money as well. What brings you back to the squared circle?
What brings me back is the people. You know,
the bat signal. The bat signal was full.
Come on, the bat signal as well. They've been hard. I mean, let's face it. You can't talk about the heavyweight division and excitement without Deontay Wilder being in it. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. And what I bring is the power. This is what the foundation of the heavyweight division is about. Power, not the skill and not going rounds. When people get dressed and they come and see a heavyweight bout, they want to see somebody get knocked out. That just face it. Because 99% of the time, when we go see a fight, we got something else we want to do after the fight is over with. And with me being said, whether you in the arena, whether you at home on your couch, you know that when Deontay Wilder fight, you cannot blink, and you can prepare your next event after this fight because it's not going to be long.
Look, you've achieved so much in the sport already. You know, belts, money. What are the goals for you now in boxing?
Unification.
Right.
Unification. One thing about, that's another reason I'm here, unification as well. Look, I could have unified 3 or 4 times in my career, but I never got the opportunity. None of the other champions never gave me the opportunity to unify the division. So with that being said, my second reign, this is my goal. My purpose is to unify. And I know one thing for sure, I have a great chance of doing it right here with the Saudis. Yeah. You understand me? Look at this card, this brilliant card. We would have never saw me and my rival on the same card. Understand that. Let's just get this right.
That's our Christmas present.
Who's your rival?
Come on now.
I don't know. Who's the rival?
Hey.
No, it's great to see you and AJ on the same card. I wish you good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Well done, brother. Thank you so much. I want to get a bomb squad to the camera.
Hey, to all the people that's watching, and all the thousands that are going to be here in the arena, this is one of the best cars I ever been on, one of the best cars I ever seen. And we're doing it right here in Saudi Arabia. You don't want to miss this. Please tune in Saturday night, December the 23rd, the day of the reckoning, for somebody about to get knocked out, baby. Bomb Squad! I'll see you there.
We certainly will. Brother, thank you so much.
Blessings.
Thank you.
I hope y'all both have a beautiful rest of the day.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I mean, normally I try and do a little bit to camera. I don't need to, because Deontay Wallin did as well. But look, just a reminder of what you can expect on Saturday. Here's a promo for, I think, one of the greatest cards we've ever seen.
Live on DAZN pay-per-view, December 23rd. Day of reckoning. The sun is rising as the biggest names in boxing, Joshua versus Wilder, and Wilder versus Parker, headline a history-making boxing card.
Down he goes.
Witness the furnace of fight night. Reckoning is in the ring. Live on DAZN pay-per-view, December 23rd. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Make sure you buy that pay-per-view. Like, normally I feel like I need to convince you. This time I really don't. I mean, I can't, surely. I mean, look at the names on the card. I mean, this is, if I am convincing you, this should be the easiest convincing I've ever done, because it's an incredible fight card.
The GOAT.
I mean, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker is a co-main event.
It's incredible.
Two former world champions. It is crazy. Oh, we got one more guy that we have to get in the ring. Just one more guy, and that is Mr. Anthony Joshua. Thomas Schreiber's waiting, but AJ's not here yet. Not here yet. Deontay Wilder in great spirits. Yeah. I mean, in great spirits.
Look, I've said it already about a couple of the fighters, actually, but a happy fighter's a dangerous fighter. Yeah. He seems rejuvenated, re-energized. He seems as if he's got a clear path. He knows what he wants to do. I think taking the pressure away in the fact that he's already been a world champion, he's already made millions, like you've touched on. Now it's about achieving legacy, real gold. He's got the power to unify this division. So in his eyes, it's like, right, let's prove the doubters wrong. Let me show myself.
Darren, I have to cut you off, Darren. I'd only cut you off for one man, and that's Mr. Anthony Joshua. He's here. Let's throw it downstairs to Thomas Schreiber.
Now let's welcome to the ring, coming to us from Watford, England. He brings a professional record consisting of 26 wins, 3 defeats, 23 of his 26 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Mr. Anthony Joshua in the ring, former unified heavyweight champion, wants those belts back. Obviously, look, it starts against Otto Wallin on Saturday. It could begin or continue with Deontay Wilder in March. By the way, he looks big.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there. He looks huge. Absolutely ginormous.
Okay, so here we have some local kids. And this is what this is about, isn't it? I mean, this is what the idea of bringing boxing to Saudi Arabia is, to almost, you know, gather the interest of the local kids. And these are some local kids from a local boxing club, and they're going to be, I've even never had this dream. They're going to be in the ring and doing a bit of lesson with AJ.
I mean, look, it shows you how serious they are about developing boxing here. Not just putting on mammoth shows, but developing young talent that potentially one day in the future you could see a Saudi on one of these cards.
That being said, there'll be some people at home that want to see AJ hit the pads.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully AJ does hit the pads as well. The big man, Otto Wallin's here. Very confident. You've been confident since this fight was announced. I'm very intrigued by your confidence. It's incredible.
Well, honestly, I'm just trying to be myself, and everybody says I come off very confident. Well, yeah,
this is you.
I probably am confident, but I want to take the time to mention my psychologist. I've had a sports psychologist since 2012, and I think he's done so much for me and taught me so much over the years. So now when I get into these big moments, I just feel like I'm home.
I think that's fantastic, and I know a lot of footballers in the UK are using psychologists as well. It's so important. It's almost part and parcel now of top-level sport. AJ just behind you. I don't know if we're going to get a workout or not. Is it exciting? Is it nerves? What is it? What's the feeling now?
The feeling is excitement. Of course, I'm nervous too, but I'm very excited. Like I said, I worked so hard to be here. Now it's finally time to enjoy the moment. All the hard work is done, now it's just the fun part.
Do you feel you're peaking at the right time? Do you feel you're approaching your peak, at your peak? Like you said there, you've seen a sports psychologist, it's another string to your bow, just strengthens you as a man and as a fighter.
Yeah, it really does, it really does. I think maybe I'm a late bloomer, but I'm here now, you know, I'm 33, and I feel like I'm getting better all the time. I picked up experience along the way, and I think valid point also, since I moved to New York in 2017, I've been getting great sparring and great training, and that has really helped a lot too.
What's it been like these last few years when you've not been able to get those big fights? You've been calling out so many different names, you don't get it, you finally get a big one in Gassiev, but what's that journey been like between the Fury fight and the Gassiev one?
At times it's been tough. I've been fighting, but not the fights that I wanted, and sometimes it's been very tough. You know, you spend 5 hours in the gym every day, and then you come home, it's like, what's going on? I'm not getting the fights I deserve. But I just stay focused, and I'm really happy about that. I stayed in the gym, and I just felt like he's gonna come at some point, and now he's here.
What Anthony Joshua are you expecting Saturday night?
I can't expect nothing but the best. I'm expecting the best Anthony Joshua. That's really who I'm preparing for. And I watched all his fights, and I got to be prepared for the best version.
Do you think he'll be aggressive?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I feel like I'm a better boxer, and if he comes out aggressive, starts swinging, he's got to get hit too, and he doesn't like that. So I think that we'll see. I think it's going to be a good fight.
We certainly will. Otto Wallin, good luck, my man, on Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I like that. I like the kind of the words there of using a psychologist.
Yeah.
Again, I know a lot of top footballers that use it.
Fraction. Top level sport is fractions. If that can make a difference.
Didn't Carl Froche, he used one in the lead up to the George Groves fight?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. And we saw what happened there.
Yeah, exactly.
The second one.
It can give you that edge. It can give you that edge.
Yeah, it certainly can. No workout from AJ. Which not a surprise. Some people again use these media workouts for various reasons. AJ wanted to use it to show local fighters in Saudi Arabia. He is going to make his way to us, I believe. We hope. I think AJ will. Just posing for a few photos with fans, videos.
Will we get more out of the big man?
I mean, they've roped me in, so that's the hope, isn't it? I mean, if Ade can't get a couple of words, then I don't know who can. But no, look, we'll see. I mean, look, obviously, he has turned into fighter mode. I can clearly see that. But let's hope. Let's hope we'll see and hear from the big man in a few seconds. He's making his way.
Old friends.
You almost forget how big he is in the sport. I mean, when you look at the entourage of him, and all the fighters you've had have been massive, but look at the entourage following AJ. The cameras following him. You are still talking about one of the biggest names in boxing.
Yeah, you know, as you walk past it, I thought he looked a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I thought there was nerves there, but it's just another day in the office.
It's another day in the office. Just another day. Good, mate. How are you, brother? Good?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Yeah? And I knew, you know, in my head I was thinking, he ain't going to do a media workout. He's already done his workout.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that there with the kids?
So, I've been there a few times now, and I understand the vision. So, promoting boxing to the next generation, obviously health, want to stop obesity and stuff. So, and it's just giving them a chance, an opportunity. I think for them that would mean the world.
I'm telling you now.
You know what I mean?
One of those guys was smacking the pads like he knew he was auditioning.
Yeah, they're the next generation. They're the next generation. I didn't really want to work out today, with all due respect, so this was the next best thing.
Have you worked out already?
Yeah. I just come from the gym now.
Yeah?
Got Ben Davison here. Been helping,
Ben.
Working with me.
How are we?
How's that been?
With Ben?
Yeah.
It's not really my, not really for me to say. I'm just doing what I do.
Bouncing off
You know
each
what's
other,
interesting, actually, yeah? What I say, there's always been a stigma around my training efforts, my professionalism. Am I someone who works hard? Carl Froch has had a lot to say about my approach to training, but I've worked with a lot of trainers. Ben's someone I've worked with. He's welcomed me in his gym, and I've taken it with a professional approach, but he could tell you what my attitude's been like.
Get the mic to Ben.
No
Ben,
pressure, I'll walk
Ben,
off.
No. Ben, does he turn up late for training? Does he put in the full? What's it been like training AJ?
No, I would say AJ and Lee Wood are the two most professional fighters that I've worked with. This is just the honest truth. Every session is 1 hour early to make sure that he's prepared and ready to go for the time training starts. There's been a couple of discussions about trying to get him to stop the session when I ask him to stop. He's a 1%er, and that excites me because that tells me there's a lot left in the Anthony Joshua story, and he's an extremely hard worker, and if anything, he's someone that you sometimes have to try and rein in a little bit, which is tough. He's a big fella, but no, he's very coachable, and I'm really excited for Saturday, very excited.
Has it been a bit like, there's obviously Lee Wood, there's other great trainers in the camp as well. Has it been a bit like old school Team GB?
Yeah, some of the GB
like
members
that.
are there.
Yeah.
Pat McCormack, Luke McCormack, they're there anyway. Shabazz.
I think Lee Wood might have even been on the squad with
Lee
for a
Wood,
little bit
probably.
in 2010.
So it's the same, yeah. Talented fighters. Yeah, it's good.
All right, let's get to Otto Wallin. Excited? What's it like? Excited now? Ready for it?
Yeah, so I've done a lot of boxing throughout the preparation. Even when I was in there, it's just a lot of visualization as well. Feeling that, like, that's like a ring walk, getting in there, feeling the energy of being in the ring. It's hard to explain unless you put yourself in that situation, but I just went through my mental prep, really. I'm ready.
Do you think, I mean, what's your thoughts on fighting southpaws? Because you had that...
No problem, bro, no problem.
Do you like to fight southpaws? Because
Yeah.
some will say against Usyk, who's like, look, a generational talent, but then against Charles Martin, it was a textbook right hand that finished the show.
Yeah, Usyk just had a better training camp than me, a better approach than I did on the night. Who knows if we'll ever fight again? Who knows? But I'm fighting another southpaw. I know it's not Usyk, but I would have learned from my last outings.
Yeah.
Every training camp's good. That's why you guys know the activity for a fight is important. Not just to get in there and say, I'm being active, but because you learn so much from every training camp of what you went through last time and how you can get better. So training camps from the past, we're talking about a year and a half or so on from my last Usyk outing, and I can definitely say I've improved from there.
Where's, like, I said a question as you walked there across here. If you looked nervous, how did you get nerves going into these big fights?
No, because there's no turning back now. I signed up for this 8 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago. So if I've known about this, if nerves were going to override that feeling of the warrior mindset, I wouldn't sign up for this. I've been doing it for like 16 years, 15 years from amateur. I can't get nervous anymore. I know what I've got to do. I'm fully confident in myself, fully aware of what my job is. I've dedicated myself to a different lifestyle, which is one of a fighter, and there's no nerves, there's no time for nerves. If you've got nerves, you're going to doubt yourself. Just be fully committed to the cause.
They say a good fighter is an active fighter. This is your third fight in 9 months, so not even third fight in a year, third fight in 9 months. That's impressive, right? That's almost going old school. We don't normally see that with heavyweights nowadays.
Yeah, times have changed. I was listening to an interview earlier. Fighters used to fight. Yeah, you know, I know I'm going to go back into history, but 3 times is good. Parker's fought 4 times this year, which is really good. As I said, the main thing about being active is, number one, your body gets toughened and hardened. You know, you go through the training camps and your body gets solid, your mind gets solid, your jaw gets stronger from taking shots and sparring. You get really war ready. That's the main thing about staying active. And then secondly, not every camp is going to be perfect, but the more times you're in training, the more times you are staying consistent, the better you're going to get. No one broke a world record in 3 months in one training camp. It takes years and years and years of training and getting it right. That's why being active is important, because you spend years of just working on your craft. And Saturday night, I think this is my 11th year as a pro. Like, I'm fully confident. There's no learning no more and all this, like, he's still learning all that stuff. If I ain't good enough now, I'll never be. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to do my job. I'm looking forward to it.
AJ, my brother, good luck, my man.
Respect.
Ben, good luck. I told you AJ would talk. They're like, when AJ talks, of course he'll talk. Of course he'll talk. AJ, good luck, brother. Careful. Here we go, look, here's the fight card from Saturday. Look, it's a good one, isn't it? I mean, it's more than a good one. Frank Sanchez versus Junior Farr kicks things off. We continue in the heavyweight division, Filip Hrgovic versus Mark Demori. We then go down to the cruiserweight. Former IBF cruiserweight champion Jeff Ataya takes on Ellis Zorro, unbeaten Ellis Zorro. This one, a really 50-50 fight, I think. Arslanbek Makhmudov versus Agit Kabayel, WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight title. And then it continues to get special. Dimitri Bivol, the best light heavyweight in the world, takes on Lyndon Arthur. Daniel Dubois versus Jarrell Miller. And then I think 2 main events, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. And we just saw the big man here, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin.
Take your pick.
I'm going to take my pick. I'm going to say, fight of the night, Dubois Miller.
I knew you was going to say
I'm going to say
that.
Dubois Miller, fight of the night.
Yeah.
Performance of the night, Jeff Ataya.
Okay, okay.
No, don't sit on the fence. What's
No,
yours?
no, I feel it could be Parker. There's something about him, an aura about him. I just sense something special could come. But like Eddie said, it could end just like that.
Just like that. Good to see AJ as well. Good to see all the fighters. Remember, it is the press conference tomorrow. I'll be there. You'll be there. Make sure you tune in for that one. It's going to be good. This was fun. It only gets better from now as we lead up to, I think, the greatest fight card we've seen in years. Day of Reckoning. This Saturday, December 23rd. We'll see you then.
Live on DAZN pay-per-view, December 23rd. Day of Reckoning. The sun is rising as the biggest names in boxing, Joshua versus Wilder.
Right hand.
And Wilder versus Parker, headline a history-making boxing card.
Down he goes.
Witness the furnace of fight night. Reckoning is in the ring. Live on DAZN pay-per-view, December 23rd. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, you remind me of butterfly dolls. Waist tight with a body like gold. Hit you with the Dougie Fresh pose.
She a freak, she a dancer. She gon' pop it on camera. Throw it back if you nasty.
Oh!
Go ahead, break it down real low. Go ahead, break it down real low.
Google Pixel 8.
Red light, green light, go.
The long nights, the drills, everything that goes into our training, it all prepares you for battle. I just never thought about the other battles going on out there.
Very strong
When they realise that
the
1 million children starving in the region.
Seeing these kinds of things, it changes you. To know that we've helped and made a difference, that's what I'm most proud of.
This is the time, stars will align. This is the place, memories are made. Watch the rewind, joy will ignite. Heroes arise, things come alive.
streaming this season on Disney+.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.